Knowing that there was a Garchomp in there.
Hello.
Alright, let me put it back to names on.
Hi, Internet! Oh wait, that's not my character voice. I love that you said the game theory intro and Jay
Welcome
left.
to Game Theory. Dream is my son.
Oh boy.
We're back!
We're front.
I love my friends. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, but I think you should tell the friends at home. What are we doing? What is this?
Hi! What the
I
fuck
don't
is
think
this?
you should say a thing. I don't think you should say a thing. I think we should just start and throw anyone who isn't
Yeah,
in the know
you know
for
what?
a loop.
It's fine. Hi, welcome back. So, if you weren't here 2 weeks ago, we ended our first campaign, which was Outcasts with a C. Now here with Outcasts with a K, as you're in Kaldura. I made that up on the spot. You do not need to commit to that role. Anyway, yeah, welcome to Kaldura, everybody. I don't know how to start this. It's not like I've been planning this for fucking forever, and I'm now nervous.
It's not like you never answered my DM.
About what? What did you DM me?
It was a really important
I
campaign
said
question.
yeah! No, I said yeah. I said yes. I said yes a while ago. Okay, anyway.
Yes, and then I had follow-up questions.
The answer is yes. I thought you were just elaborating on the first one.
There's a question mark.
Oh, you're right. There it is.
Hey Caleb, how you doing?
Hello, my friends.
Great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Good enough. Okay. I feel like I'm gonna puke. Anyway, hi guys. I always put myself on the spot like this. I never know what I'm supposed to do. Do you guys want to do we want to... Is this where we begin?
No, actually, I have to run and do something really quick.
Oh, shucks. Anyway.
I literally have to run something downstairs. I'll be back in like 2 seconds.
Fuck you, man!
Yeah, it's like of the Dairy Queen I sent to his house.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. That's fair. That's reasonable, I think. God damn. I can't have anything nice in this neighborhood.
There. It's
Alright,
okay.
we'll introduce your characters as we go. Except for the fact that I wanted to start with...
How many months and I'm finally and my name and face is finally revealed?
Barely. You're still wearing the masks. But it's okay. Everything, I'll explain the masks and everything as we go. It's fine. You know, I wrote this into, like, the opening monologue, which I wanted to read with everybody here. So now I'm just stalling. This is the stalling session.
Anyone want to help me draw this Among Us?
Whoa, what's that about Stalin?
Yo, Among
Yeah, we're back.
Yeah, we're back. All right, cool. So,
We need to do something really important with this. Keep talking.
all
Now
right,
Dante
you
has to
guys.
run downstairs.
No, like oh my god, I'm so
No, sorry. I
please.
realized like I just realized I gotta go
just-
take my fish on a walk. I'm so sorry. Can we like push this back for like an hour?
I'm gonna lose my shit. Please.
Not as the eyebrows.
Fuck your eyebrows. No, I'm
Yo,
sorry.
wait, we gotta
that
go
was
to the dump
aggressive.
truck.
All right. Do we wanna? Can I read? Do you want me to start talking? Opening my monologue.
Yes.
Let's do it.
All right.
Ah.
Ah! Okay. Awesome. Oh my god. So, I'm nervous. Okay. 30 years have passed since the fall of Tiamat and the return of Emperor's Veil. In that time, the world has changed. In some ways better, in other ways worse. But the massive effect, the return of a lost city would have on your generation is next to nothing. As we open up here in Kaldura, focusing in on a small, high populated adventurers city of Crossstone. This early morning hour is different than one you might expect. I want to open up focus a little bit more on Felix. I just realized I should probably, you know, that would have been something I should have, hold on, give me a sec. I just realized I did all of this reading off of your guys' character sheets and am dumb. It's fine. I feel stupid. Anyway. The day, the darkest day, also known as the, one of the, basically the end of fall, is a day in which the sun does not rise. Normally, this would be somewhat concerning. However, in the thousands of years that this event has been happening, people have come to celebrate it. It's a day where mischief and thievery does thrive, and those oftentimes like to adorn masks and costumes to become their spookiest self, let's say. During the time that all of you would have, during the time all of you would stay here, it's been about a day. You may have stayed at the local inn or tavern, gone around and okay, don't read Twitch chat, it's fine. It's fine. as this morning, you guys can wake up, look at the clocks. They only say it's about maybe 9:30 to 10 o'clock. Fairly early in the morning, but you can already hear that sort of excited jump and energy that begins to sort of pulse through the town. People are laughing, and you hear bells ringing and music that just begins to fill the town in this sort of chorus and echo as the streets are filled. You see children running along in these costumes carrying sacks full of sweets. The festival has begun, and around you are a plenty of stalls and festivities and games, and I'm gonna go back to this. Give me a second. So, all right. I'll be honest, I didn't write this perfectly, and I also used some wordery I don't think I should use, because a lot of it is for me, so it doesn't work narratively, so I'm just pulling this out of my ass at this point. Welcome to Crosstone. I want to know what Felix is doing. It's the darkest day. You are prepared for this event. You knew it was coming, it was on your calendars, everybody knew. So, what do you do when you wake up in the morning?
Alright, well, to blend in, I gotta put on that festive mask.
Mm-hmm. Would you like to, as you adorn the mask in the morning, would you like to describe your character?
Sure, they are a young man. They stand at about 5'7". No, it was 5'9". And they have long dark hair, and they've got tan skin and gray eyes.
And
That's all I got.
And your mask?
Oh, it is of a purple dragon.
Very cute. You adorn your mask. Glance in the mirror just for a second. I'm assuming you have one. Sorry.
Of course I've got a mirror.
And the day of festivities has begun. This is the day where your identity is, for better or for worse, a secret that only you need to keep. What do?
Alright, well, it's still a regular day. Working class, gotta go to work. Let's head to the guild.
Alright. You exit the house and make your way towards the guild.
Mm-hmm.
You make your way towards the guild, and as you have to head kind of through some of the skinny alleys of the streets and navigate around, you pass your normal the normal road and walk past a tavern that you're all too familiar with. This is the Shady Wolf Tavern, and you could already hear people shouting and cheering inside as you kind of gently walk past. And I guess in this scenario, as you kind of walk past the tavern, almost like the camera turns, I guess, inside the tavern, waking up early morning, you are fed a honestly kind of mediocre breakfast. Most of it has a lot of like sweets added to it. The rest of you, all of you but Felix are staying here. You can hear the music playing outside, and the festival is in full swing. What was that noise? Sorry. The festival is in full swing. Let's say, I'm sorry, I'm picking people. What are you doing? How do you spend your morning waking up knowing that there's a festival outside, bright and buzzing? I'm gonna target you. Quinn, go for it. Hi.
Knowing there's a festival, I mean, first thing I'd be doing is probably getting breakfast.
And you've eaten at this point.
Um,
I'm not gonna make you role play out.
wait, you're not gonna make me role play out ordering food?
Yeah.
Steven, get really close to your mic with the food you have and do some ASMR.
No, please don't.
I
Please
finished
don't,
the
please
food.
don't.
That's why I
God.
had to run downstairs and
You-
delay.
I can't believe you. Oh,
I
let me
can
do
go
it
grab
for you. I have-
seconds. Here, give me a
hold on,
second.
Yep.
Oh god.
Hold on, let me help you. I have pizza with me. Hold on.
Please don't.
Oh.
Please don't. Please don't. No. Please
You
don't
have to
ruin
change
this
this
for
to
me.
an
I've already
ASMR
messed
stream.
it up. Anyway, one by one, whether you are together or heading out on your own, let's say I want to focus on Quinn right now, so you get your chance. You've ordered breakfast at this point, and the festival outside. You can hear music playing and people loudly roaming the streets. What's the first thing you do?
I think I'd step outside and see what kind of activities this festival entails. Obviously, I can hear the music, but what else is there to partake
Okay,
in?
I like this. What kind of do... I like this. Okay. As you step outside, the brief sort of dark hair of Felix kind of leaving and walking along the road, seeming to not have noticed you at all. Would you like to describe your character as you step outside and begin to scan the streets for something to do?
I would, but I keep forgetting details. I just know how they compare to other party
Do you want me to send a
members.
picture of your character to you?
No. I mean, like, height and stuff. I can't remember, because I know I
I'm
was
gonna write this shit down.
slightly...
You're
I
6'3".
do, but I'm terrible at that. I'm 6'3", or you're 6'3", because I thought
You
you
were
were
6'3".
6'3", and I was... Okay. That 6'3", quite scrawny. Not like a stick, but not super muscular or anything like that. Kind of pale green hair. The braid going down either side, kind of tied in at the back. With some horns that curl back and around, so the braids kind of feed through. And wearing my mask at this point, it's very Phantom of the Opera-esque, the just white half face covering. With a case on my back for an instrument, string instrument, commonly known as a guitar.
Very good. And as you step out, you smell the sort of sweet sense of like cooked of caramel and other sort of like chocolate sweets kind of graze your nose. And as you turn to kind of try and find your way, I'll say, I want to ask first. Since you all showed up together, would you find each other at breakfast? Since, assuming you all got up around the same time, it's like an open cafeteria. It's a tavern! Do I need to explain a tavern to you?
Yes, please, in excruciating detail.
Okay, sure.
Oh, no.
Let me grab the. It's fine. I was gonna say that for later. I just want to ask specific. Holly, Rypley, and Ramsey. You arrive together. Do you find each other? Do you kind of leave each other alone? What is your vibe?
If Ripley got up first, he would wait. Just like
I mean, yeah,
Sit at if he's alone, he just sit at a table, like head up, chin on the table, just like smacking the top of it with his hands, waiting.
Oh wait,
Like
I love
like
that.
just like an impatient kid waiting for like at a restaurant waiting for their food, but he's
Aw.
waiting for the two companions he met along the way.
Aw.
Mhm.
Aw.
Holly is 100% going up to Ripley because at this point Ripley's a friend, you know, not really my new bud. So I'll sit down across, and then I'll try to tap. Is there any rhythm to Ripley's tapping, or is it just
I mean, there is like
Just-
some music outside. If you want to like kind of try to tap along to that, you can hear.
Probably a little, like to not much success, but
you'll watch as Holly just kind of like looks at your hands, and then tries to like follow along and do the same little tippy taps.
Well, while we're here, Ripley, can you describe what I guess Holly would see as she comes down to help rhythmically tip tap with you as you guys are being served your breakfast? Describe your character.
in case for some reason she forgot, Ripley is about 5'4" with long gray hair that's with two bangs hanging in front of the mask and a ponytail stopping roughly around his shoulder, the center of his shoulder blades, wearing I've heard people describe it as a cowl, but like it's not a full cloak, but it's like a shawl but cooler.
It's a
I
shawl
guess.
but cooler. Hell
With-
yeah.
A few scars on his chest and some body paint. Visibly not carrying many weapons except for the giant mushroom that he just took from Holly. Because
It's free.
it's free.
It's free.
He is also wearing steel gauntlets, mostly armoring primarily his forearms and knuckles. Not wearing any shoes, and has a bit of armor kind of protecting the sides of his legs and shins. His pants also appear to be quite baggy for some reason. They're pretty big.
And sitting across from you.
Holly is she's 4'11", with some like kind of darker green overalls and some like dark green boots, and she just has a giant mess of hair, which is it's attempted to be tied back in like sort of a bun, with some sort of like hair stick in it, that gets pushed down by the her mask, which is it's just straight up just a jack-o'-lantern. There's nothing really special about it. And then she has a large kind of mushroom back cap, as well as some shelf mushrooms, creating sort of a bandolier down her chest, with also a little stopwatch being tied around her neck as sort of a neck piece. And she's just sitting there, also just mainly tippity tapping. Not really sure why we're tapping, but it seems fun. Why not?
It's so fun. As you guys are tapping away, you get breakfast. You would see as well, just kind of like also in the area, there's a few other patrons in this with you. One of them is a green-haired man, but he seems to be off doing his own thing. What about our resident emo? What's he up to?
Resident Emo, I need to get that on a t-shirt. I think Ramsey took the longest to get ready, which makes sense.
Sorry.
As he comes down the stairwell, 6'4" and super strong. Da 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 da.
I'm gonna get
Completely,
copyrighted.
sorry,
No, I'm
completely covered in leather. He's really done up. As he gets his hat on top of his head, you can tell that he spent quite a bit of time on his hair, despite the fact you can barely see it. And as he sets it down, I think he would let his eyes, though you can't quite see them beneath the goggles, wander toward his two acquaintances, friends.
Idiots patting the table in sync. Actually, you know what? For funsies, both of you roll me a performance check.
I want to see this.
Yo, we're about to tippy tap so fucking hard. You got nothing on it.
Just for fun. There he is.
Let's see, where's my character sheet? There it is. Great, alright. No, I got you. With an 8.
You know what? They look like they're having a good time. Okay.
That's good.
But you all, you can, sorry.
No, yeah, I think he'd probably start heading over. You know what? They're my idiots. You can do your narration.
And you head over. The three of you are given breakfast. So is Quinn, which I've already. And as you know, as Quinn, you're heading for the door. Felix just passes you, but you don't quite catch him, as you don't recognize his face with the mask. And you step outside. Following close behind you is a group of 3 buffoons. It's also squeezing out as you all head into the festival. Close behind. One thing. Sorry?
No, go ahead. Nothing important, just a little small talk.
You want small talk? Go ahead, small talk. You guys are squeezing out the door. You can squeeze out there. There's 2 people like out front that seem to be trying to wander away. What do you say?
Hey there, goat man. How'd you sleep? You get enough shut eye? You seem a bit pale. Or is that like just your complexion? I couldn't see much before because you had the hat brim pulled down so far yesterday, but
he pulls it down further.
Are you like sick or something? You blue?
Why are you blue? You can't do that to me.
Are you sad? Do you need like a little pick me up or something?
I would say avoid the long face, but yeah, your face is kind of being covered.
I don't.
You hear, as you're having this little chit-chat squeezing out the front of the Shady Wolf Tavern, you hear what almost sounds like a small jingle of bells. And immediately, I will say this, at this point, all 5 of you hear that sort of echo of jingle. And you hear a voice of a young gentleman going, "You need a pick-me-up? I have just the thing for you." And you would see those who decide to look over. You would see this young human gentleman, wearing like a bright gold and black gestures hat, as well as a mask that is split into half gold and half like sort of like a satin black kind of material that seems to be bedazzled with like small kind of goldish gems. Looking very fancy as he kind of dances through the street wearing this sort of jester's kind of costume. His hair is kind of like this bright kind of red that kind of sticks out. It looks quite messy underneath the hat. But he almost kind of, as he like steps around, he kind of like almost has this sort of like jump and skip to his step. And every time he takes a step, that little jingle you hear. And if you glance down, you realize he's got bells tied to his shoes. And he seems to be having the greatest time. If you're up for it, I have a little bit of a competition.
Well, he's talking to the group of 3 behind me, right?
3, 4-ish. Basically, you're like up front. Then you hear, like, you see that there's like a green-haired dude behind you, and 3 people you don't recognize.
Well, if I don't recognize them, I keep walking.
I mean, you would recognize Quinn, I feel. Well, actually, you know what? Because the masks have a strange essence during the festival. Go ahead and roll me a perception check, Felix. Just to see if you recognize him.
Sure, I can do that. Let's see. Perception.
And someone has to roll well.
That's a 13.
Not bad, not bad. I'll say with a 13, it does take you a second, but you recognize him. It takes you like a solid minute, but you see, as it takes you a second to recognize him, the Jester's making his way around to get in front of you. So, like, he was closest to, like, the back of the group, which I'm assuming is, like, where Ramsey and Rypley are, and then has danced his way around to try and get all of your attention. And is now kind of closer to you.
Felix is gonna stare at, what was it, Quinn? Quinn for a second. He's gonna, like, focus really, really hard, trying to remember where he knows him from. And he's gonna snap his fingers and point, like, oh, hey, I know you. You're the kid with the exploding package from yesterday.
Quinn, go ahead and roll me your perception check.
Holly takes a full step away from Quinn at that point.
Perception.
Oh!
Mm-hmm.
24?
24. Yeah, you fucking know. Of course you know. You'd recognize that sheer shirt from anywhere. You guys don't change outfits. What do you mean?
I recognize those titties anywhere.
You recognize those tits anywhere, my man.
Hey, don't change outfits. Speak for yourself. I have 11 sweaters just like this one in my closet.
Different clothes, same outfit.
It's the cartoon character logic. Oh my god.
You're wearing a sweater under all those belts?
This specific outfit is a sweater. It's Ramsey's idea of festive.
But Quinn, you recognize Felix.
I didn't know you were still in town.
Yeah, I figured I'd stay for the night.
Fair enough. Well, see you around.
And before you can do that, you see that Jester kind of you go to turn, and the Jester kind of goes, "Here, take this," and he places in each of your hands, kind of dances back down the line of you. Each hands you a small sort of slip of kind of metallic gold paper, and on it it says complete the games and find the key. Unlock the door and you will see. And then
It's a child scavenger hunt. So, what is this?
Oh, this seems actually kind of fun. You guys want to do this?
Yes.
Are you two in? Or are you gonna
hey, there's
get-
a prize at the end, and I think it might be helpful for you adventuring types. I've seen you around the guild. He gestures to you, Felix, though. You can make a perception check to see if you recognize him.
I will happily do that. If I recognize him from
Ramsey,
my
I'll let you roll as well.
I'm rolling what per se?
Perception to see if you recognize this young gentleman.
Lovely.
Wait, would Ramsey recognize my voice?
That's what I'm interested in, actually.
It's a 19.
Okay.
Okay,
Should I
I'll
roll
let you,
for?
yeah. Roll me two. The first one will be for the Jester. Second one will be for Felix. All right.
Okay.
Roll me two.
Gesture to start.
Jester's first.
Jester got an 8.
All right.
Okay, and then Felix is a 12.
You don't fucking know this guy. Though Felix's voice is familiar, and it kind of unsettles you for a second, but you don't recognize him. Then again, there's a lot of adventurers that come in and out of the guild, so it's not uncommon for somebody to be associated with the guild. He might have just been out of town for a while. But you don't actually recognize this one. You don't... I mean, maybe it's the mask, but you don't seem to recognize him. But he hands you each that sort of slip, and he says, "You know what? There's a big cash prize at the end if you manage to find it all."
How much we
What would you
talking?
say?
How much gold? Is it gold or is it just like?
Oh no, it's gold.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, is it actual gold or is it just
Actual
puppet?
gold.
and how much?
It's a 50 gold piece prize.
Explain now. Please.
Well, it's 50 gold.
Yeah.
No. Where do we start?
Anywhere you
I
like.
mean, there's 5 of us,
There's,
so we could work together.
Hey.
All right. Split 5 ways. Everyone gets 10. We go find whatever we're best at and we go do that.
Sounds like a plan.
Is there Jester Bud, is there like a little town square that all the games are centered at? Or do we have to just like scavenge for them?
Sorta. Well, there's a couple down by the gardens. Others are kind of outside and hosted by particular shops. It's up to you to find them. Just have fun and wander. Teamwork's key. Remember that. And then he begins to skip away, and you hear that little bells jingle as he steps off.
That man is way too happy. I don't understand.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down for this 10 gold prize. That sounds pretty good to me. Do you guys want to... Do you want to head to the garden first, or like... I'm not biased. I'm lying. I'm biased. I'm going to go to the garden.
What?
Well, I mean,
Okay.
so, I mean, yeah, that's all fun and neat. But who are these two?
That's a good question.
Ripley's gonna get really close to both of them and smell them, and I want to do a history check to see if
Go
I
ahead.
recognize anything.
How are you, strangers? You got names?
Instead of
Yeah.
history, I'll let you roll perception if you want. I'll let you
Yeah.
do whichever one you want.
You
History
know what
or
I'm trying to
perception.
figure out.
I'll extend my hand out.
Natural
And
20.
Polly asks who I am.
Is the smell familiar?
The smell familiar for these two?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, that's
You've
I-
never met these people before, though. I
Uh,
mean, the green-haired bard, you saw him earlier today, so kind of.
I mean, I'm looking for a particular thing, and if they don't smell like that, then that's
No.
that's fine.
They don't
It
smell
just
like it.
it gets really close and just huge, just sniff on both of you.
Well, aren't you comfortable with other people's
too,
personal
Quinn.
space? My name is Felix.
Hi there,
Felix Ullman.
Felix. My
And you
name's... My name's... My name is... What? Holly. Yeah, my name's Holly.
Are you sure? Seem to have to think about that for a moment.
No, I'm telling the truth. It's me. I'm Holly.
Well, then a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Holly.
And who's your friend with the green hair?
You want me to introduce you, or are you good to do that on your own? He'll look at Quinn.
We don't know each other that well.
No, I met you once.
I cannot get the accent I'm going for down.
Hey, just
You're doing
you
great.
gotta-
You're doing great.
You're doing great. Just go with the flow. That's what you gotta do. You just gotta.
I'll find it eventually.
Yeah, that's what happens.
We do not know each other.
Jegg is dead.
Got the name drop, and Jake's not here. Oh no.
Yeah, you did you name dropped and Jegg fucking dies.
Well,
Continue.
I'm Quinn.
it's a pleasure to meet you, Quinn. Also,
And-
Felix, where you grabbed Holly's hand for the handshake, there is distinct like dirt and a bit of mildew just like on your hand already. Like
His
it's impressive how quickly it just is there.
his pleasant smile that he had on his face will like flicker.
Yeah, hi there, Quinn. And Holly will extend out a hand for a handshake, thinking this is what you do now. You gonna, shake my hand?
I
You're gonna be-
will.
You're gonna keep being a stranger.
I will shake the relatively short druid's hand.
Mhm. You also get your own share of dirt and mildew and a bit of mud. Yeah.
Right, he'll look over to the other man.
The other
There's
little
two of us
lad.
and one of them.
Yeah,
There's
the
two of
little
us.
lad.
and one of
Well,
them
there's
is an
only
imp,
one in the
so I'm
call
gonna
right
go.
now, so.
Right, and my name is Rypley. It's
Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
I also forgot to mention in the description the somewhat deer mask. The red side is all just blood.
You have a little something, and he'll like point to like where the blood is.
Oh, it's meant to be like that. I mean, that's how I painted it.
Oh, good to know. It's just paint.
I mean, well, he was a bit confused by that statement.
I think it looks wonderful, if it helps.
Okay. I would like to introduce Jegg at this point, but Jegg's just gone. Like they're just fully offline.
Swapping rooms,
You swapping
they
rooms.
said.
Switching rooms? Oh.
Yeah, because that's why their
Oh,
mic wasn't.
okay.
Wait for a second.
Yeah.
Give it 7.
Give her a few seconds.
Yeah, we'll go. It's fine.
1,
They will
20.
be back.
5, 4.
Plus, it feels weird doing
13,
introductions with all of
12.
them.
Yeah, it does. So,
Um,
how we joined it so far? You like my spooky things? Oh, by the way, I guess I could, like, if you guys wanted to, like, I actually fully have this as a map. If you guys wanted to, like, see it. But, you guys seem to be having fun over here, so I'll just leave you be.
No, go back. I want to draw a little arrow.
Okay.
I want to draw on it. Thank you.
You want to draw on it? Alright.
Dra.
Because I realized, because I was trying to do, oh my god.
Rah, rah, rah.
Wait, I gotta do the stick figure.
Where I.
Where the...
Where
no,
the hole
no, no!
Right here.
It's perfect. Anyway.
Anyway. That's enough.
Everybody on this team has tits.
That's enough.
It was nice while it lasted.
Oh, yeah.
Ah,
Alright, there we go. This is my settings. This is how I, like, you know, set the mood. I got a whole picture of, like, a medieval village at night. And then so we can pretend it's Crosstone, you know?
it's Crosstone. What are you talking about?
It's totally Crosstone.
You could just say it is Crosstone.
It is. It's Crosstone.
No one will be any the wiser.
Uh-huh.
Yo, Crosstone looking great this time of year.
Oh, yeah, honestly. One of the best.
Ow.
Let's drop a little. Boink. Ah. Alright. Ooh.
Do you guys... Here.
Oh, I guess there'd be. I forgot to mention the purple sheen, but I don't think you're gonna notice that unless you're really staring.
Unless you're really, like, looking into his eyes.
Unless you're really looking.
You're really looking, you know? I mean, some people might, you know? You never know.
When
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
extremely fixated.
Yo, could I insight check
Maybe-
and vibe? Could I vibe check these fuckers?
Yeah, you want to vibe check these fuckers? Go
I want to
ahead.
vibe check. I want to
Go
vibe
ahead.
check.
Let's roll me an insight check. Vibe check these
Uh-uh.
fuckers.
How rancid are their vibes?
I don't know. Maybe Rypley noticed because of that. That 20.
The 20.
Felix's
The
vibe
sniff.
is
Your
slightly,
eyes smell
slightly
weird.
off, but it's not what you were originally sniffing for. You know what that means?
Yeah.
Oh my
At
god, I just
18.
realized you
Human.
changed from you changed your Pokemon to
Yeah.
that is
It's
so that's so perfect.
It's a shiny fungus, and then
Oh,
it'll become an Amoongus.
Among Us.
Amoongus.
Among Us. God.
Anyway, I got an
I don't
18
know. I don't know
for
what
vibe
the,
check.
I don't know what the DC is to notice the purple.
No, stealth.
I mean, it's not really stealth. I would say with an 18, because you're really staring at these guys. It does take you a second, but his eyes are slightly purple, which is fine. I mean, you know.
I mean, for a human, it's weird.
Does he seem like
hey,
a nice person?
honestly, let's be real. You're standing next to Quinn. So, honestly...
So, okay,
Oh!
so
Right!
human?
Thanks, Book the Raven Queen, for the raid! We're currently waiting for one of our players to get back so we can continue with the plot. So,
okay.
thanks for
So,
raiding.
what is the vibe check? Because I'm vibe checking Felix and Quinn specifically, because
Mhm.
I already know Ripley's chill as fuck. Ripley's chill as fuck like that.
He is.
He is. I did the thing with my hands, where I did the hang time.
I could hear it in your voice. You just hanged 10.
Mhm. Yeah. Do they seem like mean people? Or what is their...
What is your vibe? Let's go.
What's your vibe?
What's Felix's
Vibe?
vibe?
Cool.
What's
What's your
I
vibe?
know
Felix's
what?
vibe?
A little standoffish and cold, but not malicious.
Mm,
He'll take some warming up.
alright.
And Quinn, what is your vibe?
Not mean.
Chill.
Quite chill. Somewhat professional, but like also able to put professionalism aside and have fun.
Mm-hmm. So you are the casual Friday of people. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Alright, I get it.
I guess. Well, no, I guess more like fun, but like can put on a suit for work would probably be better. It's more that way. Super fun person, but like can put on a suit for work. But you're kind of catching in like a weird like transition time of like kind of that casual Friday. Yeah.
Oh yeah, by the way, how much does Holly stink?
Um,
Holly kind of stank though.
Perception check. Give me a sec.
So, you poor thing.
Yeah, no, Ripley went that the hard way.
You're gonna get a nat 20 and blow out. Okay.
No, I'm only gonna get a 9. That might be worse.
Between Ripley and Ramsey, it's hard to tell which one is which.
Mhm.
yeah.
It's very the two very unkept people.
Two street rats. Another, like, kind of nice, clean, noble drow dude. But one of them is kind of stinky. Like, they haven't showered in a little bit, probably.
We got a fucking stinker in our hands.
We got a little stinker on our team. Maybe it's the mold. You smell a little bit like mold.
Got that mold, mildew, and bit rotting vegetable vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Like early stage compost kind of vibe.
Yeah.
It ain't great. Um,
Did you like my first NPC I got to introduce to you?
it's a little jester man.
Hey, isn't he the best? I love him. You'll get his name later, I guess. None of you asked. I mean, also, he ran away. So, like, he's got a job to do, you know? You'll find him again later.
Okay, also, I feel like if we asked his name, he would have just responded, I'm just a little guy.
I'm just a little guy, and it's my birthday.
I'm just a little guy. I don't got a name.
I'm just a little guy, and it is my birthday, actually. Actually, it's not my birthday. It's your birthday. I can't make that joke today.
Yeah, you shit asshole.
I know.
Fall off your
Listen,
horse.
that's like my favorite vocal stim, and I can't say it today because it is not my birthday.
Get bad.
I know.
Ah,
I think everybody in Twitch chat should say happy birthday to Liz right now.
I'll cry. I'll openly weep tears.
Good. That'll be a first time I make you cry.
Damn, he called my bluff.
That's true.
I would get embarrassed. Shut the fuck up, Steven.
I'm trying to get the ball rolling.
You ban.
Get banned. Get banned. Please don't ban him, actually.
You can't ban
don't ban
me.
Please don't.
I am the ban.
I know.
Actually, I
this is
can.
I know! Please don't!
Yeah, I can time you out though. You've been timed out
time out.
one time. You have one timeout on your Twitch account record.
Yeah, and
I
it's
think that's
here,
what
and
we-
it's because of it's because of one of the two of you. Someone was like
I think
messing
it was
around.
Still,
with
let's
it.
time him out
I
again.
think it was me who
No,
told you out, I'll
no.
be honest.
Yo, get one per.
No, it was someone else who was fucking around because you were joking about timing me out.
Oh, okay, probably. I mean, you know, it happens. So this is a very productive session, guys.
So productive.
We walked to the first the first character, and we're talking, and then immediately we're just frozen in time.
Yeah. It's you know.
Ramsey's eyes are just glazed over all of a sudden. No one knows what's going on.
Having flashbacks about some.
Get that 1,000-yard stare going.
he's having war flashbacks.
Oh, I can
Felix
see.
said his name and he just powered
Stello
off.
says happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Eee.
That's
Alright.
how it works, right?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know.
Congratulations. How old are you now? Did you grow up?
I mean, hey, at least it's
You're an
not as
adult.
bad as I went
Welcome.
to, I think I went to work
Welcome
once
to Texas.
when I still lived at home, with my parents. I was like working like A&W one day, and my coworker comes up, and I was working on my birthday, and he was all like, "Yo, Caleb, happy birthday!" And I went, "You too." And then I still think about that sometimes, and get hella embarrassed. That was the worst. Don't say you too when someone wishes you a happy birthday. It becomes very awkward.
Yeah.
I swear, every single person who wishes me a happy birthday on my birthday, I'm gonna say you two just to throw them for a loop.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to bait as many people into saying happy birthday as possible.
Oh my god, you have a little pot guy! Little pot man!
What is Pot Man?
Oh,
He's little Alexander.
yo, pot friend! Very good. And a bunch of Pokemon. Very cool.
That are like overlapping each other.
Mm-hmm. A little
Let's
bit,
see.
yeah. I think I actually upgraded, so I'm able to put a new emote on my channel, but I just haven't made one yet. I only have one emote. And it's out of date as well, because I updated my VTuber since then.
You gotta replace him with Rat Flute.
I gotta add Rat Flute as an
It's
emote.
required.
Yeah. I'll add Rat Flute, it's all good. Oh, we got Jegg kind of rejoining. I see Jegg's account is loading on the Roll20. I'm getting a little hopeful. That or they
Maybe.
completely logged off.
They got off for the night. They're done with the game.
Uh-huh.
They're done.
Wow.
Damn.
Damn.
Yo, someone called Jay in. We gotta get the replacement.
That's true, yeah. Hey Jay, if you're watching the stream right now, feel free to jump in so we can continue. I'll log you in as the understudy
Get
for
Purple Cupcake.
Ramsey.
I can't
No,
get
Rypley,
this
fuck!
cupcake. It's too
Oh my
far
god,
away.
I just did it.
You did it.
I'm gonna do that so
Congratulations.
Anybody else want to keep count?
often. No, please don't. I'll get embarrassed.
Well, we got one.
See,
Just
that's why
Start a tally on the sheet each level up. How many
Yeah.
times
Yeah,
this
right,
level?
because we got Ripley and we got Goat Man.
Yo, we're
Welcome
back!
back.
Woo!
One. There. I got the one right up there.
Alright, I mixed up Ramsey and Ripley's names, so they're starting a tally for how much I fuck it up.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna be honest. As soon as I found out Ripley's name, I knew this was gonna be. Not that this was gonna be a problem, that this was going to be a Caleb problem.
Uh-huh. It is.
Jay,
So
did
we
you
no
join
longer
to
need
replace
to
me?
get started, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Please leave.
No,
They invited me in, Jegg
You can
Minecraft.
just mute and listen if you want. It's fine.
No, it's okay. I'm watching stream. It's fine.
Okay, chill.
Come on.
Bye.
Oh, I thought Caleb was talking to Jegg, because...
Oh, I didn't even realize Jay was in it until Jay started talking. Honestly, that was a joke. I didn't actually realize that they were in chat. Sorry, Jay.
Anyway,
Yeah, but I thought you were saying, yeah, Jegg, sorry, you've been replaced, but like you can press mute and listen in.
No, oh my god. Okay,
that
anyway.
would have been fucking mean.
Let's
Yo,
pull
what
ourselves
if you-
back together and sort of find ourselves back in this scene. You've all introduced yourselves to each other, and Holly, you look over to the tall blue man. Or sorry, it wasn't you. It was who asked for Ramsey's name? One of you turned to Ramsey to ask, and then Jegg fucking died.
It was Quinn.
Was it Quinn? Okay, it was Quinn. Sorry. I don't remember. It's been a few minutes.
No, but sure. I was mid-introduction when Jegg
Okay.
died, so...
Because we just
Yeah,
got past
because I think
Felix's
Felix
introduction.
said his name, and then
Yeah,
Jegg was
Felix.
gone.
Yeah. Felix
Yeah.
introduced himself to Holly as Felix, and Ramsey.
Ramsey immediately stopped, and I would think, as we have joked, out of the 5 beats per minute his heart does, he did skip at least one of them. If the others are waiting for him to introduce himself, I think he's just
They're all
staring
kind
off
of
into
looking at
space.
you.
Well, do you need someone else to introduce you, or are you okay? You got it, bud?
Ram. I am... You, Ram.
So that's Goat Man. That's Goat Man. He's pretty cool. He doesn't say a whole lot, but you know, he's a good friend. I think, maybe.
Fair
He-
enough, I guess.
He ate a bean. That's what I qualify as friendship. A little. You gotta eat your friend's bean. That sounds weird. Don't worry about that.
Interesting qualifications.
Do you want a bean? I can give you a bean. It's free.
Is it poisonous?
I don't think so. I
Yeah,
mean,
sure. What do I have to lose? And he'll extend his hand.
you'll see Holly run her fingers along her bandolier made of mushrooms, and then stop at like one of the shelves, like kind of midway down, and then in kind of just reach underneath and just pull out a little seed, and then she'll just hold it in her hand, and then it'll just grow, and you'll watch as she kind of puts her hands up and then spreads her fingers so they're acting kind of as the supports for it, and then she'll pet it lightly on the head and say, "Hey, I believe in you. You can grow as big as you want. All right? Now, come on, get us some good food. All right?" And just give a little pet to the seed, and then I'll druid craft it.
And you grow a little bean sprout in your hand.
And here is your bean, fresh as can be.
Literally.
Interesting technique. And he'll eye Holly, and from his understanding, Holly wants him to eat it.
Mhm.
He'll shrug his shoulders and he'll eat it.
It's a bean. Not poisonous.
Hey.
Tastes like a... Is it a green bean?
Yeah, it's a green bean.
It's a green bean. Yeah, it's fine. You know, tastes like a green bean.
After you came back from the dead from like 1,000 years, can never be too careful.
Excuse me?
This kid seems trustworthy. That's not set out in character.
Yeah, it's a little bean. Also, I learned that if you talk to him and like just give him a little bit of encouragement, it really helps the growing process.
More you know.
Evidenced by that thing, and then I'll point over to the 10-foot fucking mushroom Rypley is still carrying, I assume.
You can like leave that at the tavern if you want.
Why
Just-
are you carrying that? And how am I just noticing this now?
Right.
What?
Was
Eternal
that
instinct.
here the whole time?
Yeah.
You want one?
Perception 0. It's great.
I'll make you a second one if you want it.
I don't know what I would do with a mushroom that large.
Eat it,
You can
sleep
hit
on
me.
it. Could hit people with it. I've never tried that.
I'm gonna look for someone to hit.
No, don't hit a
There's
stranger.
5 people.
Don't,
There's
no,
4 people
no.
near you.
No, don't you dare. Hey,
Maybe
I would like to
There's
take
some
a step
children
back.
running around.
I'd like to take a step back.
Kim, here. Ripley's
Get
head
over
turns
here.
straight towards you.
He senses
I would like to
movement.
step in front of Quinn.
Go ahead, roll an attack.
Is that like
I'm trying to.
what
take
is
the-
improvised weapon?
Roll plus for this. Roll plus your roll plus your like strength modifier. Don't add your proficiency.
Okay, I'm just gonna do a strength check.
Yeah,
Unless you have the
When's the
tavern
contest we got
brawl.
in?
11. Yeah, it kind of feels like, you know those like plastic hammers you get from like fairs and stuff, like you just flap into the side of Ramsey, and it just kind of if a mushroom could make a squeaking noise, it would. It does 0 damage to you and barely hurts, but it was a little bit funny.
I would like to give Ripley a thumbs up. We should get to work.
Yeah. Can we go to the garden first, please? I really would like that.
You know what? I think the garden is a wonderful place to start.
Oh, let's go. Oh, yeah. All right.
All right, you all head in the direction of the Adventurers Guild, because you okay? Because out
I
just
quiet. Come on. Don't be rude.
no. Because just out front of the Adventurers Guild is kind of a large park area, with sort of trees and bushes, and you would also see as you approach, the music gets a little bit louder, as you would notice there is like a sort of like a small stage that has been sort of set up in one section of the park, and you see like a large kind of group of people kind of sat beneath, or kind of like stood beneath it, that are dancing and singing along. And on the stage you would see there are 2 bards. They appear to be some like a sort of duo, as they very beautifully sing with one another. One appears to be, from what you could see, a human woman with kind of like dark black, like brownish hair. That's wearing kind of like a veil that kind of covers her nose and kind of hangs down, hiding the bottom half of her face as she like sings out to the crowd. And beside her is a young, blonde elven gentleman who seems to be very happily singing with her and strumming on this guitar, as they are just smiling and entertaining the crowd. And people are like cheering. A couple have like signs as they're like fans of the duo. And you just kind of notice that as you walk by, but you're here for the activities. And kind of glancing around, there's a few things you would notice. There appears to be a small kind of like tent that's set up with like a collection of like 5 barrels that are all kind of like in a line, which you see people lining up for. And then there is a sort of like a human girl wearing almost like a just a regular mask that is covered in like stars, like very like almost like constellations. She's holding like a little like almost like a stopwatch, and she's like, go! And then everybody dunks their head into these barrels, and you hear like sploosh of water. And like one of them pulls their head back up, and they've got an apple in their mouth. You would also see that there's like a small fenced-in area that seems to be surrounded by a lot of children. And you can see what appears to be very large snails inside this like large fenced-in pen, and people are cheering, and like a couple of the adults around the area are like handing off gold to one another like they're making bets. It's a little odd.
Oh my god, is that fucking snail bets for races?
It's snail
Nice.
racing.
Okay, cool. Alright.
There's apple bobbing snail racing. There's also something you would see also in the garden area is a sort of a long field with targets set up, as well as one of the sort of like the acting kind of guild masters, kind of walking back and forth along the targets, collecting arrows and shouting back as you see an sort of like an archery competition has been set up as well.
Ramsey is going to tap Holly on the shoulder.
Yeah, what's up?
Can you talk to snails?
Yeah? I mean,
They
I never
could have-
tried it, but I assumed I could.
They might have seen the person setting up clues around the games.
Mm-hmm. Wasn't the challenge to complete the games, though? Because we do the games, then we get the prizes. And the prizes, if we get all the prizes, we get the gold. That's what I assumed, at least. So,
It could speed things up. If you'd rather not, that's fine.
I just don't feel like a snail would be very talkative, is all.
Then we could start with the easy game, and Felix will point to the apple dunking.
Apple bobbing.
Yeah.
There's a couple others that I haven't. There's 3 other games that I haven't described yet. If you are interested in any of those, unless you want to start with apple bobbing, and I could describe them later.
I like
See them
apples.
as we go along.
All right.
All right.
So, if one of you are apple bobbing, can multiple of us go at once?
Well, it could increase our chances of winning. I'm sure we could all get apples, but assuming this is how it works, there's going to be a clue in one of the apples, so the more apples we get, the more clues we can find, right?
Mhm.
All right. I got it. This is easy. We can do it. Oh.
All right. You walk over to the apple bobbing.
Yeah.
All right. Just as this team is kind of finishing up, they're handed towels and they wipe off their faces and then like fix their masks to their face. They kind of like they kind of get up and stand back, and you see that sort of very very nimble looking human woman. She's got like this brown kind of very curly hair that like sort of like comes down and like rests just about at her shoulders. She kind of looks over. She's like, "Hey, you guys here for apple bobbing?"
Yeah.
Yeah,
if that'd be
we
alright.
are.
I am
Absolutely.
prepared for dunkage.
Sure. Okay, so here's the rules. There's a bunch of apples in these barrels. You get 1 point for every apple that you collect. But if you manage to collect the golden apple, and you see she kind of reaches into one of them and pulls out a yellow apple, kind of displaying it to you before putting it back into the barrel it rightfully went in. Then that is 10 points, and the person with the most points at the end of the minute wins.
Simple enough.
All right.
Right? Yeah.
Adventurers, take your positions. She says and kind of like gestures so you guys can kind of take a seat in front of one of the barrels. Is everybody participating?
I think so.
Yes.
I think it's the whole team.
Am I allowed to cast a spell real quick?
Yes. I mean,
Cool. I'm casting guidance on myself.
you can do that. Yes.
Well, I want to just take a little an apple treat seed, and just throw it into the mouth of my my jack-o'-lantern, just in case, as like a backup.
I just remembered, yeah, the two of you are have stuff covering your mouths. Same with Ramsey,
Yeah.
but I guess Ramsey could make it work. It's just cloth.
Oh,
I didn't quite think about that, you know. That's
What
fine.
do you mean? The bottom part of my face isn't covered.
You
I've got
can,
this.
yeah, you got this. Those with their mouths out, that's gonna no problem. But you could also just like move your mask up a little bit and like kind of like dunk it, pull it back down. All right, so are we all participating?
Yes.
I'm not.
You're not. Rypley is not. Okay, that's what I was asking.
Does not want to move anything with the mask.
Alrighty, that's fine. You can stay. No, you can stand back at this one. That's fine. So you're just gonna stay back and watch as your other 4 friends kind of kneel down and get ready to line up. And you see she kind of sits there. She's got like a little kind of bronzy stopwatch kind of thing, and you hear her go, "Okay, 3, 2, 1, go! And you hear like a loud click, and then like a tick, 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 tick. And I'm gonna need everybody to make dexterity checks for me, please.
Dexterity check.
Could I do something different?
Yes. What would you like to do?
Well, with Holly, I'm guessing she immediately tries to go down and go into the barrel, and then her entire fucking pumpkin head blocks it, so it's just entirely covered. So there's just like a dunk as the entirety of the pumpkin just hits it, and so her face is underneath. And then I want to put a first level spell slot into the apple seed to just make a fuck ton of apples inside of the jack-o'-lantern itself.
Okay, go ahead and make me a druidcraft roll.
Oh, right.
Instead, but I need everybody else to make me dexterity checks.
Okay, that's not bad. Middle of the road.
That's not bad.
Middle of the road with the first level spell slot, which is
Wonderful.
And was the 16
guidance.
was the 16 Felix's roll?
That was Felix's,
Okay,
yeah.
cool. So we got a 16, a 15, a 14, and a 6. Ramsey, you dunk your head in there, and then you get a little too excited and you breathe in a little bit, and you have to pull back your head out of the water and just cough, for a second. And you hear the lady running the stands go, "Ooh, so close." Meanwhile, Holly, you pull your head back, and there's like 5 or 6 apples inside the mouth of your pumpkin. I'll say there's 5. I'll say there's 5.
okay. In that case, I want them to be inside of it, and then Holly gets up, turns towards the judge, and then like leans and faces downwards, and then they just kind of dribble out of the mouth, like
One thing you would
onto
notice
the
is
floor.
none of them are gold or yellow, but they're all red apples. So you got a handful, but I'll say you have 5 points, because that was fun and creative. Quinn, you managed to basically like, you go in there, you dig, you grab one, you pull it out, and you kind of spit it to the side. You grab another one, grab it, and you spit it to the side. Felix, you and Quinn are kind of like working the same kind of rhythm as you guys are finding these apples. And at the end of the minute, Ramsey, I'm gonna say, just because I think it's fun. With the 6, you do get like 2 apples, but they're both red. So you got something, but it's compared to your friends who have about 5 each. Though the only person who actually got the yellow apple or gold apple is Felix. Felix, you've got in your collection of apples probably about 5 of them total. So 4 reds and 1 gold. Quinn, you've about 5 red apples. Holly, you've got about 5 red apples. And Ramsey, you've got 2.
Squirtle.
And you
Squirtle,
see
Squirtle.
the woman kind of looks over and she's, "Well, congratulations! You've won. You got the golden apple." She kind of gives you a little bit of a clap. She kind of digs around. She's, "Hold on." She kind of digs around into like her coat pocket, and pulls out like almost like a small like ticket. Like it's like a little white sheet of paper with like, it looks like a little ticket, and she hands it to you, Felix.
Thank you.
Hey.
Can I prestidigitate from myself so I'm not wet?
Yeah, easy enough. Yeah, you dry yourself off. She does hand you a towel if you need it.
I would like to do the same.
Yeah. She hands like Holly and Ramsey a towel, if you want it.
Ramsey puts it around his neck like he's at the gym.
Holly refuses it.
I'm gonna need it back, just so you know. Like, I only have like 5. They're
He
not for
takes
free.
his time and gives it back.
Okay, thank you. Have a great time.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Have a happy
can I-
have a happy darkest day. And she kind of waves you off as you guys head out.
Can I look at the white paper that I got?
Yeah, it's
What's on it?
It just says winner. It's like a little like winner ticket to say that you've won. It doesn't look like it's worth much, but you have it now.
Okay.
And as you guys get up and walk away, you feel a little bump against your leg, Felix. As you see a little girl in kind of like a navy blue like cat mask, has kind of like bumped into your leg, and she goes, "Oh, sorry." And she's got kind of like this like red hair that's kind of braided back. And she kind of goes and then turns and then runs off back into the festival. She seemed to just bump into you as she goes off.
Okay, there's nothing weird about her?
No, but you do feel, as you are walking away, one of your pockets feels just a little bit heavier.
Can I look in my pocket really?
Yeah, you
That's
reach around
not
in there,
supposed to.
you pull out a small, like, key. It looks very simple and plain, besides the fact that it's gold. It's about only, like, it's very small, too. It's only about maybe, like, 2 inches.
Right. Okay. And thinking back to the riddle, fuck. What was it?
Jake was kind of posted in the Discord chat, so...
Okay, complete the games,
and
find the key. Okay, well, we found the key, so we don't have to play any more of the
No,
games.
find the
Where's
keys.
the door?
Keys.
Keys. Oh,
Plural.
keys.
You don't know how many that keys are, it is. But, Felix, if you want to find the door.
Can I make a perception check to see if I see it?
Sure, go ahead.
Excellent. All right, let's give it a shot. It's gonna be a 9.
There's no doors. You're in the middle of a giant, like, open field, like, park. There's no doors. Yeah, sorry. There's no doors around here. But you have a key. Do you share that with the rest of the party, or do you keep that for yourself for now?
I'll keep it for now.
Alright. You tuck it back in your pocket.
That one went well. Let's go for the next one.
Alright. So, as I've already explained, there's snail racing and archery that you also see around here, as well as a similar tent to, like, what the apple bopping was set up under. There's another one that seems to have almost like a pyramid of, like, empty milk bottles. As well as what you see at this point, I'll say at this point, the duo that was singing on stage is kind of leaving and kind of, like, walking off the stage at this point. And you see them setting up tables for some sort of pie eating competition. You can see by, like, a small, like, sort of banner that they're pulling up behind. As well as you also see, kind of like, you don't see the darts board, but you do see a small, like, wooden, like, kind of like chalkboard, like, sign that's propped up, that on it in, like, kind of like really big writing just says Mystic Darts, and then has, like, a big, like, red arrow that's, like, pointing into, like, a closed tent that's kind of behind the stage a little bit, which is the third thing you could, I guess the 6th thing you could do. I don't know. It's up to you. So.
Well, I picked the fast game. Someone else pick the next one.
I like darts.
Yeah, so you do talk.
Yeah, why not? We can do a few darts. Anyone opposed to that?
Yeah,
No.
good as any other game.
Alright. After this one, I do want to try the archery. That seems kind of easy.
Fair enough. Darts, then archery.
Alright. Darts first?
Yes.
Alright, you guys follow the crummy little sign, navigate your way around and kind of open, like, kind of like the sheet to pull back as you guys step into, like, this small tent that's located behind the stage. And you would see, what looks just like, kind of like an older gnome gentleman who's wearing, like, the most, like, over-the-top, like, bright pink, like, feather boa and, like, big, like, round sunglasses that cover most of his face. And he appears to be smoking some sort of, like, cigar as you walk in. And he kind of looks over and goes, "Oh, we actually got people in here! Holy shit! Hey!" And he kind of, like, puts down the cigar. "Welcome! You here for the darts? Huh?
Yes. Yes, we are.
Alright, nice, definitely. Yeah. All right, so there's the darts. He just points to a table where there's like a line of darts. There's kind of like a small like wooden crate with like there's 3 darts on it, and then there's one singular large dartboard at the end, that has like almost like a strange like purple eye that's been drawn in the center of it. It looks like it's almost been drawn with like spray paint, like it's sprayed just on top of the dartboard itself. A bit odd, as well as it smells very smoky in here. But there only appears to be one set, so only one person can go at a time.
Who wants to go first?
Who is good at darts?
I have experience.
I might be alright.
Well, Goat Man, I believe in you to go. Dart 'em up. Is that the terminology? What do you say back? Well, how do you dart someone? Is that?
I will shoot true.
Best of luck,
And
I
I'm-
suppose.
Ramsey's going to walk up. Now, Caleb Teafling,
Mhm.
as the resident rich boy, would he be able to make any kind of check to sort of improve his ability in this game? Or, I do have something. I can just give myself advantage if it's an attack roll, because it's a dart. I just wasn't sure.
What?
I have Fighting Spirit. It's a bonus action. You get advantage on weapon attacks until the end of your current turn, and it's a dart.
Oh,
I wasn't
sure,
sure if that
yeah.
would...
If you want to roll with advantage, I need you to roll me 3 times for each dart.
Cool.
So roll 3 times to hit.
Okay, gotcha. So just treat it like a normal dart. Add that to my inventory, and
Well,
Gotcha, gotcha.
not really. Like it's just roll plus your dex modifier.
okie dokie. Pop.
I guess you can add a dart to your thing if you want, but
It's so I
you
understand.
can add your
the
proficiency
math.
if you're proficient in darts, but if
Okay.
not, then you know. Like,
So,
that's
let's
just
see.
what it is. It's what I have written down.
Okay, valid. All right, that's d20 plus 6, and you said I'm rolling 3 times.
Yep.
Okay. That's 10, and does that include my advantage? I mean, am I
You
technically
can-
rolling
yeah,
6 times?
I guess it's not really an attack though.
Well, that's why I asked, just because, with Fighting Spirit,
I mean,
'Cause I'm-
yeah,
if you think of it as a weapon.
it's not. I mean, I guess technically it could be a weapon, but in this context, sure. If you want to, you know what? Sure, because this is your funny little ability. Go ahead, roll again.
Thank you. Oh, great. So that's a double 10. I'll
All right,
take
so
that.
10 for the first one. You know,
Okay.
so it's like pretty middle of the board. You know, like it's not like the greatest thing, but it did hit the board with a 10. All right, you rolled a 19. Sick.
And then finally, close my eyes. Exhale.
2 19s. Nice. I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw, Ramsey. Let's go.
You poisoned me.
I didn't
The
poison
power.
you.
What did I... Oh, God.
It's
Okay,
Mystic
that's a
Darts,
+5.
baby.
Oh, that makes sense. That's an 18.
All right. You throw the first one, and are kind of disappointed that it's not that good. And then you throw it again, and it hits not bullseye, but it's within like that sort of purple eye that's been colored on top of the dart. And as you hit it, you see sort of like a small puff of like purple smoke kind of puff off of it, and you throw another one, and you see that another puff again happen, and you kind of cough for a moment and kind of like scratch your nose as you almost feel like a need to like sneeze. But you hold yourself together and find it a little bit odd. You're unaffected by its charm. The gnome kind of goes, "Well done, nice. All right, who's up next to compete?"
I will.
Alrighty.
I'll take a shot at it. Why not?
You see the gnome waves his hand at the darts, like kind of like just like immediately like pull out of the board and land back to where they were placed, almost like a invisible force pulled them back. So.
All right. All right. All right.
Go ahead, roll three rolls, plus your dexterity and proficiency if you're proficient with darts.
Hey, Quinn, do you have to throw the dart? Can you shoot the dart?
Yeah.
All right. All right, fair enough. I'll just toss it. Give it a little toss.
Give it a little toss.
A little toss. That's a 6.
So it kind of like sticks into the wood a little bit. Looks a little bit loose.
All right. Well, that was my best guess.
Hey, you can do 2 more times.
All right. All right. Warm up. I was warming up.
You really were warming up as you go, thunk, and you hit like the center of the board exactly. Ramsey, you look over, and that's a much closer bullseye than your dart hit. And
All
the
right.
last
All
one?
right. All right.
All right, 12. It sinks kind of into the side, so you're not sure if it was just luck or whatnot. I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw as well.
Right, I'm really good at those. That's a 7.
As that sort of puff of like purple smoke, you kind of inhale a little bit of it. And as you do so, you feel your body just get a little bit lighter. And things just kind of feel a little bit goofier. You look around, your friends they're just fun. They're just so funny.
Hey,
for the next
hey, Rypley, I gotta say, you are a hoot. You're too much. Cause you always say the funniest thing. Yeah, just like that. Oh, you're so good, Rypley.
Holly, are you alright?
Yeah, I'm swell. I'm doing fine.
All right.
Are you doing fine?
The gnome summons the darts back. Anyone else?
Yeah,
Wait.
What?
I'd like to make an investigation check to see if I can put 2 and 2 together.
Mm-hmm.
Great. I just sort of look towards Rypley. That's only an 11.
What are you putting 2 and 2 together?
I try to figure out if I figure that the smoke is drugs because I inhaled some of it and then Holly inhaled some of it and got weird.
I figure it out using Arcana?
With your 11, the smoke definitely did something, but you're not sure what it was. It doesn't seem to be poisonous by any means. Like, Holly doesn't look sick. I'll say that much.
Can I figure out what's going on with Arcana?
You can't
sure.
You can't see Holly's expression, but you can tell it's
actually,
kind
no,
of a
this would be
goofy
medicine.
grin.
This would be medicine, not Arcana.
She's in a
I know,
funny
sorry.
goofy
This
mood.
is technically not magical.
She has a big goofy grin on, and you actually watch as she steps away from from where you throw the darts, like just a few steps off to the left, and then just fully.
It's gonna be a 14.
Probably some sort of drug is involved in this. You can't entirely figure out what, but whatever it was, it's not dangerous. I'll give you that much. It's not dangerous. And from what you could tell, it probably has a short duration. But with a 14, you don't know exactly what it is.
Ramsey's going to let Rypley go, but I want to lean over and just sort of whisper in his ear, "Hold your breath." And then I'm going to step back.
Alright.
As you step back, Holly fucking just sits, just full, like, from standing, plants her ass onto the ground. Just, like, kind of falls on her ass, essentially, but fully intentionally. And you can't, and it doesn't seem like Holly noticed anything.
Yeah. Alright, go ahead, Rypley. I need you to make me 3 attacks plus your dexterity, plus proficiency if you're
Come on, Rypley, you got it.
I mean, if they're simple weapons, then...
Yeah, they're simple weapons.
Okay.
I believe in you. You got it.
So that'd be killing with +4 then.
I think they're simple, yeah.
Nice. I'd like to imagine that while Ripley's doing this, Ramsey's just standing next to Holly, just to make sure she doesn't do anything to hurt herself.
She's hanging out. I imagine like the grin on the pumpkin grows a little bit.
15.
You hit the board, and honestly, not a bad shot. You didn't get a bullet. It's pretty close to the center.
Did 9.
Oh, a little worse. Kind of hit the whites a little bit. Go ahead. Last roll. Let's start.
With hearing that advice, I will begin. I will hold on my breath with this last one.
All right.
7.
It doesn't even hit, but you weren't holding your breath with the first one, so I need you to make a Constitution save. You gotta
Man.
clarify it to me. Make a con save for me, baby.
Man, if only this was fucking dexterity.
Darts are dexterity based.
No, I mean like the save.
Oh, the save is con save.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I wish it was dexterity. 15.
15. You take a deep breath, kind of clear your throat a little bit, and you kind of look back. You feel fine. So
No,
whatever
I'll give this a
affected
go.
Holly is not affecting you.
Big man, good throw. You got a cannon arm.
Anybody else up? Sorry, the numbers. Anybody else up, or are you
I'll
good?
go.
All
I'll
right.
go.
Nice
I
mask.
got this. I believe in you. Kick
Thank you.
that dartboard's ass.
Okay. Okay, so if it is simple weapons, I think that does mean I get the proficiency bonus.
Yes, you do.
Okay, so that'd be a +6 then. All right, see what I can do. First one's a 13. Natural 20.
Damn. Okay. Last one.
Dirty 20.
Fuck.
Excellent.
Damn.
You was just imagining it was like Bahamut's face.
Yeah, fuck it up.
You, and you kind of go with the first one, and it's dead center to the point where you see that big cloud of purple smoke kind of push back. You throw the second one at the same time, and it almost looks like it just splits the dart almost, but it lands just underneath the first one. A perfect throw. That's the Alycia look I was looking for. However, I didn't even make a Constitution saving throw, baby. Are you gonna get a little goofy? Are you gonna get a little goofy up in this experience?
That one.
That one.
Are you a little goofy? That's a little
10.
goofy boy right
No,
there.
we're goofy. We're just goofsters here.
You're just little goofsters. Felix, you got this perfect throw, and you feel a little proud of yourself. And as you take that sort of celebratory, like you breathe in just a little bit, and then your body just kind of feels light, and you look back to your friends, and they're just goofy. Like, they're just a little silly and goofy.
And Holly do the thing where she extends out her hand and then puts out her pinky and her thumb and just does it towards Felix.
Hey.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah.
No. I'm going to specifically step away and toward. You said the gnome?
He's just kind of sitting on like a really big box of barrels, and he's just like smoking a cigar. He pulls to the back and sets the back of the table. Nice shooting.
What is
Alright.
in the smoke?
Good times.
I'm going to take out my manacles. Specificity is key.
It's giggleweed.
Do I know what
It's-
giggleweed is?
Go ahead.
What
and
is
medicine
that?
check.
Hey, what's that?
You know
Sorry,
what?
did you say-
Oh, cool. All right.
Giggleweed. It's what it's called.
Sorry, what kind of check is that?
Medicine. Medicine.
Oh,
I'll say
okay.
medicine or nature.
Could I also attempt that?
Yeah, go ahead. Because now you have the name of it. Things are just real funny.
That's a 13, but Holly got a 21.
Holly, you know what giggleweed is. It is a popular drug. It's quite a popular drug, as it just as I don't know, maybe you've used it, I don't know if you've used it before, but you've probably seen people use it before. It's oftentimes ingested in through smoke, and it makes people just laugh and enjoy themselves a lot. It's very popular amongst very specific comedy clubs and whatnot. It's kind of just
The
used
bad
as
ones.
like an all-around, just like social drug that kind of just like, it's not dangerous in any means, but
Hey
it's
there,
just
hey, bud. And Holly will like stand up and then like lean over the counter. Do you got like, do you got any like little seeds of that or whatever? It's pretty good. It's good. It's good. It's good stuff.
And no, I don't, but I can hook you up with my dealer. If you're interested.
Sure. Yeah, that sounds fine.
Alright, hold on. He digs around his pocket and he writes something down on a small piece of parchment, hands it to you. It just appears to be like a small address. Like an address.
Thank you. I'll
We
keep
win the
this.
game.
Is there anybody else who wants to throw? Or are we done? Quinn?
I'm good.
Alright. So now that everybody's done, a couple of you are high. You see he kinda goes, well, honestly, your boy with the dragon mask over there definitely would have won if he didn't get giggled. So the winner goes to Mr. Dark and Leather Shadows. Here you are. He leans over and he just like kind of pats you on the shoulder. And he kind of pats you on the shoulder and then hands you just like a small like rolled up piece of paper. Why it's rolled up is a little concerning. There you go.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Have fun out there, alright? Do shit. Bye.
What is your name?
Hmm?
What is your
My
name?
name. My name's Jeffrey.
A bit of advice.
All right, Big J. Good to...
Mr. Jeff
Nice to see you.
Bezos. Was it?
Uh-huh.
Don't
Hey,
put drugs into people without their consent.
You're the ones who came in here, alright? This game isn't for children. Yeah?
Look at
I
the
see no
stupid
sign
mask.
with a raping.
yeah,
You'll be fine. Just step
that's-
outside, all of you. You'll see. Just step outside.
Alright. Ramsey obliges.
You guys step outside. Do all of you step out?
Yeah.
Alright. As you step outside, Felix and Holly, you take a breath of the fresh air. It was very warm in there, but as you step out, like the cool breeze kind of hits your face. And you guys kind of blink a little bit, and your senses kind of come back too, and you settle down. It was fun in there, but you realize that you were under some sort of effect. You're conscious of that now.
That was weird.
Are you
I like
okay?
that very much.
Yeah, it was a pretty good time.
Ramsey looks back. Just say the
You
word,
are- Oh, you
and we
are
could tear it apart.
I mean, that's a bit much.
That is true. And I'm gonna head off.
Alright, you head off. As you head off, Ramsey, you turn, and you kind of turn, and you kind of trip over like a wire that's kind of like a long cord that's kind of tied up beside the stage as you pass a little bit. You kind of trip a little bit, catch yourself pretty easily, and you make eye contact with a small child in the crowd, as you see like she's kind of holding kind of like what looks like a trick-or-treat basket, but it looks like a ghost, like the white sheet ghost with the black eyes. And she makes eye contact with you, just for a moment, and you kind of shake your head and kind of look back to see her again, and you can't quite find her in the crowd. But as you look at her, you feel a weight in your pocket.
Without breaking eye contact, I want to take the thing out of my pocket. I mean, if she disappears, that's
she's
fine.
already
I'm
gone
looking
at
at the
that-
same
she's
spot.
already gone
I
by
mean-
the time you feel the weight in your pocket.
I'm looking at the same spot in the crowd, that's all. I just mean I'm not looking away.
There's people, but you don't see the child anymore. But you pull out, and there's a small gold key in your pocket.
I walk back toward the party, revealing it immediately.
Oh, that's cool. Is that like one of the keys we're supposed to be getting?
I believe so.
Nice.
If
All
only
right.
some of the games are giving keys, maybe we should split up.
Well, they also said teamwork was key, and teamwork might be one of the keys. Saying, like in the last one, we had to compete against each other, and that's the only reason one of us won. So as long as we're competing against each other, we guarantee one of us makes away with the key, because only one of us is going to get the key. But if we're all working together, it's easy key.
Let's prevent another team from coming through and stealing victory. I think we should continue with the method we have here.
All right, let's go to Archer real quick, because I hope they let me use my own bow, because we will knock this out of the park in
Well,
a
it's
couple of shots.
a carnival game. I highly doubt they're going to let you use your actual highly grade weapon. It's probably going to be a shitty carnival bow.
Yeah, I know. I was just hoping.
Alright.
Well, sure enough, you don't know that yet. Let's go.
You make your
And
way.
he'll walk towards.
Yeah, you make your way towards archery. Out front, you do see a very tall, very, very tall elven lady. She's about maybe 6.5 feet tall. She's got this like sort of light brown hair that's pulled back in a small bun behind her head, and she's wearing also a dragon style mask, but it's like white and like kind of pearlescent in a little bit. And she has a long bow strapped to her back, as well as some arrows that are nocked and sealed in their case. And she kind of is taking away these short bows from some of the other competitors as you guys walk up. Those who are familiar with the Adventurers Guild would know this as one of the guild masters. Fucking what's her name? Give me a second.
So I would know her name, right?
Yes. Her name is Natasha. Natasha.
Guild Master Natasha.
Ah. Pleasure to see you, Felix. Right? Yes, I recognize you. Are these your friends?
Oh, I wouldn't go that far.
I'm Felix's friend. It's a pleasure to meet you.
I'm glad to see
very
that you
welcome.
finally found a adventuring party. Welcome.
I wouldn't
Welcome to
go that far.
archery. Well, at least for tonight. You know, this is the whole point of the festival.
That is true. Do you mind if we take a whack at this?
Of course, yes. Who's going to be competing? You see, she kind of like heads over to a small, small crate that she has that's just full with a bunch of like identical short bows.
All right.
Is only
Alright,
one
I'll-
person meant to compete?
No, multiple. There's like you see, there's multiple targets at the end of the field.
All right.
Oh,
As many as you want, you guys can compete.
Anyone
Well,
else want to take a crack with me?
I'll try with you.
I will.
I'm sure I won't lose. There's no way I lose this. I'm good with the bow.
I'm sure you'll do wonderful. But
Can't wait. I'm setting myself.
Who's taking a bow? Who's taking a bow?
I'm taking a bow.
I will.
Felix,
Holly.
Holly, Quinn, Ripley.
Steven, you're not in the game.
What?
Oh yeah.
You're-
You left the roll 20.
You left
You're
the roll
just
20.
Oh, yeah. I apparently lost connection at some point.
Oh, you're
But
good.
yes,
It's fine.
Ramsey is
You
as well.
didn't make any rolls. You're okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Ramsey's also playing.
Alright, so all of you line up. There is enough targets at the end. I'll say maybe there's 4, so like she calls out to one of the other people helping her with the stand, and they kind of pull out another one and line it up. And she kind of like tells you where to stand and everything, and she hands you all a short bow. Each of you, she hands one arrow, kind of puts it in kind of like a holster next to you. And she's like, don't touch the arrows yet. When you hear me call, I'll say go, and you all may grab your arrow, knock it, and fire. The person closest to the target will win the first round. I guess you want to do 3 rounds, or is just 1 fire? How
I'm sure we
competitive?
could do with one.
Do we need to do 3? Is 3 required?
No. We could do 1 or maybe 2, but the more arrows you shoot, the higher your score can be. So, you know, maybe if you whiff your first one, but you pick it up with the other 2, or, you know.
We should do 3, because statistically, we're guaranteed is success, right?
3
That's true.
with that. We did 3 with that. At least
Alright.
one. Might as well.
Yeah,
So
right.
she'll load up the things so everybody has 3 arrows before she gets stands back to the side. Alrighty. On my call, archers at the ready. Fire! And you all may knock your bows and go ahead roll with a short bow.
Let's fucking go.
That
I'm gonna miss every single one, huh?
that's just short bows are martial or simple, right?
They're simple weapons, I believe.
They're simple weapons? Okay,
Yes,
cool.
they're
That's gonna be a
simple.
+6. Let's go.
Okay, 11. 6.
Okay,
Oh, we're doing all
I
them
just
at
wanted
once.
1. Why are you keep rolling?
Yeah.
Oh my god, now I'm
Yeah.
getting distracted. I'm sorry. Okay, hold on.
Are we
hold on.
not
Back-
rolling all
back-
3 at once?
No,
just the first one,
just
yeah.
1 because then I lose track because I'm trying to keep track of your scores, right?
Oh, okay.
Okay, hold on. So, okay, hold on. Oh, sorry.
Holly got a 10, Ramsey got a 13, Rypley got 11,
Alrighty.
Felix got a 14.
and Quinn got a 22.
Alrighty.
Trust me, I'm the bow one. I use a bow.
Poof! It hits the grass.
Oh, you got 21, right? 'Cause that was
Actually, a 10 would hit the board. It would hit the board, just not like the center compared to your friends.
No, you got it. No, Holly got 21. That's like right at the top. Because everyone just kept going.
No. My first one. I only did 1 so far. So this is the first one.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're the only one who rolled twice.
The 21 was
Modifier.
I think that was the
21
medicine check.
was the medicine.
Medicine check.
Yeah,
Mhm.
okay.
Okay. So, hold on. Okay. Holly, Ramsey, Rypley, Quinn. Okay, and then Holly. Okay, so then your first one was a 14 for, Felix? Okay, sorry, I'm just trying to keep this in square. Okay, perfect. Second, you guys, so you land. Holly, you land, but that's not your best shot. You know for a fact you could do better. Ramsey, that's a pretty solid shot. Rypley, you shoot, and it's okay. You're not really a bow guy, so, but it hits the board at least, which you're kind of impressed about. Quinn, on the other hand, you nearly hit that thing dead center. And as you do, you kind of like you feel a little impressed with yourself, but you hear Natasha go, "Archers ready, fire!" So you have to scramble and get to the next one. All right, and I'm gonna get everybody to roll except for Rypley, because you rolled twice, right? So I'm gonna keep the 6 for your second one, if that's okay.
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
All right, so
Damn.
6. That's going to be 18. For Ramsey.
I'd like to think that
7 for my shots.
Okay. Stephen and I were DMing about this a little bit because we thought it'd be funny. I think Ramsey was so thrown off by Felix, he did not recognize, didn't even register Quinn's introduction. And so I don't think he realizes they're on the same team. So I see them shoot so well, and then I give it my all for this next shot.
You give her your all. You also see Quinn completely whiff as you put your all into it, and that's a pretty decent shot, Ramsey. And you look over to Quinn, who just kind of fumbles, and it kind of just like hits the board and then falls off into the grass.
Hey,
Holly,
good try,
you
Quinn.
hit it. Holly, you hit it, and it hits like the center of the board quite well. Reminder: you're allowed to use magic in this.
You think I have any fucking magic I can use right now? I can't put Druidcraft in this. This is the shitty wood bow.
You can bet. Hey, it's a wooden
wood
bow.
bow.
It's a wood bow. That arrow was a tree once.
Alright, this is very important to me. It doesn't need to be alive in order for me to cast Druidcraft.
Yes. You can Druidcraft a wooden wall.
Oh,
in 4 if you
okay,
want
sorry.
to.
So oh my god, there's so many possibilities.
Druidcraft brings things to life. Does not need to originally be alive to do so.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. All right. Next one, Felix. Felix, you whiff. It also hits the ground. Sorry, you kind of stumble with the last one, and you barely knock the arrow. It kind of goes a few feet and then kind of dips into the grass. But you have 1 arrow next. You hear Natasha go, "Archers ready, fire!"
Right. One last try.
Could I druid
Nice.
craft the wooden arrow? Because it's just like it's a cheap wooden arrow, correct?
Yeah.
Great. All right. In that case, I'm gonna use a cantrip on it to just make it like a very intricate, like full, just like arrow with a very large arrowhead. So it's almost guaranteed to fucking hit that target at least.
Can I Felix roll as well? Or did you roll another 8?
Felix- Felix rolled another 8.
No, Felix.
He doesn't like bows.
I haven't rolled above a fucking
Okay, Holly.
Mm.
For fun of it, I'll roll again. I'll let you roll again just to see. Just to
That
see.
one, that one, that one, that one. That one!
I'll let you keep the 16 then. It's okay. That's
No. Keep the nat 1. It's funnier.
Can I choose?
Yeah.
I want to choose the nat one, and can I make it hit someone else's target by accident?
Yes, absolutely. I'll say this. With how you're lined up, you see, when Natasha says fire, Ramsey, Rypley, and Quinn, the three of you knock your arrows, and they fly straight towards the bullseye of this, and it's quite impressive. As, like, the three of you are almost in sync as you launch it. Felix, you fumble, and kind of as the arrow goes again, you just kind of, like, in that moment realize you're not a bow guy, and you glance over, but there is an arrow in the center of your target that fully shouldn't be there because your arrow hit the ground, and you just look over you look over at Holly, who's standing next to you, and Holly, you just realize you went to shoot at yours, which your target is still clean, and you look over at Felix's, and you see your very intricate arrow just in the center.
Felix will laugh a little or chuckle a little, and he'll look over at Holly. Got a bit ambitious, don't you think?
What are you talking about? That was not me at all. Great shot there. And I'd like to do a deception check. I'd like to do a deception check.
Can I guidance the deception check?
Sure.
It's not gonna be very good. Never fucking mind. It's a 22.
Oh no.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't me at all. You must have seen something wrong, because I'm sure you hit your target square on right there. That's your arrow.
It's fucking cocked.
It's your
That's
arrow.
not your arrow, Felix, but also Holly's really convincing you right now. Natasha kind of looks over and she goes, wow, good job, Felix. Kind of gives you a little pat on the shoulder. Though, the person with the most consistent score across the board happens to be, and you see, she kind of walks over behind you, Quinn. In her hands is a very small wooden bow that seems to be like painted silver. And she goes, congratulations, Archer. These are normally for the children, but you could take one if you want. You can add a short bow to your inventory now.
Thank you. I was gonna ask, can I add this as an actual short bow?
You can add an actual short bow.
Nice work, Quinn. That was really great shooting.
Yeah.
I didn't like you for an archer.
It's
You did great. You're the best archer around.
It is.
You all right, Holly?
Been a while.
I'm fine. Yeah, I'm fine. No, I'm great. I'm doing swell.
Wait, this is...
As he's looking over at Holly and he's like being a little sympathetic, I imagine his eyes go a little less purple and they're more gray.
Only Holly sees this.
Holly's pumpkin is facing it, like you can't. There's not a lot of emotion you can tell, but like you can see the head is like slanted down, like kind of looking at the ground. Holly does notice it, but Holly's also kind of like kicking the dirt slightly.
Hey, it's all right. I'm sure you'll do better next time. I'm sure you're a wonderful archer. Those shitty bows, you know.
Holly.
Yeah.
Don't be too hard on
What's
yourself.
up? No, no, I'm fine. I'm doing great.
If you say so. To the next game?
Wait.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, what's up?
Why don't you try shooting it with your bow before they line more up?
It's not how that works.
I want to
Okay.
see.
What's rude? They're setting it up. They have their rules. They're going by.
You see Natasha look around at there's no line behind you, and she kind of goes, "Go ahead. As long as you clean up your arrows, I don't mind."
Just the arrow. All right, man. Yeah, sure. Ollie will grab the stick holding up her hair, and her entire messy bun kind of just explodes, and it just covers the entire back, her entire back essentially. And then the blowgun transforms into a short bow, and then she will take a little arrow. Let's see. Hey, Felix, what's your favorite vegetable?
I like carrots.
Carrots. That's a good choice. Give me 5 seconds. Here it is. All right. Holly would take a little carrot seed and just kind of slot it into the arrowhead. And I'm loading up a 2nd level spell slot, and I am fucking releasing this, so then the carrot will grow through the entire target.
Fuck yeah, go ahead, roll the hit. You still
Yo, piercing carrot attack. Alright. 18, so at least it hits.
It definitely
hits.
hits. That's a really good hit too.
Alright, let me see how much it grows. It's only a 9.
A giant, kind of a very large carrot. The arrow almost mid-air turns into this carrot that's very sharp, and then as it pierces through the target, you didn't hit a bullseye, but it did. It was very strong impact as it kind of almost beats almost all the way through. As you can see, one of the almost like one of the other guild members who's kind of there at the back of the kind of towards the side of the field, who's there to kind of help Natasha clean up. He kind of looks at it and he goes, "Holy shit! That's one shot carrot!"
No, my name's Holly. Do you want it? It's free. It's free. It's pretty good. Eat it. It's a good carrot.
That's sharp.
As Holly shoots, I'd like to use dancing lights, and if I can do a flavor thing, I'd love for them to say, "Go Holly, go Holly," or they're I don't know.
They kind of light up like a little a little sign that just said "Go Holly." Absolutely, you can do that.
Holly can barely see it because of the vision she has of her using her fucking jack-o'-lantern. She has no peripheral vision. She can see straight in front of her.
You see, that poor intern just kind of has to yank out this giant carrot from this board and goes to show it off to some of the others.
That was a wonderful shot. Nice work, Holly.
Yeah. I can do better next time.
I'm sure you can. I don't imagine the mask covering majority of your vision is helping.
I could say the same to you, bud.
I just don't like bows.
As you guys...
They are not my strong suit.
As you guys turn to navigate towards your next event, Quinn, as you were watching Holly load up that arrow, there was a split moment of panic as you swear you saw a child in the middle of the shooting range, just for a second, but you blink and they're gone. A child with red hair and a navy blue cat-shaped mask. And you had a panic for a second. And when you blink and she's gone, you see Holly make that amazing shot. And you feel a small weight in one of your pockets.
I was gonna say, while Holly is making the shot, I was mage handing to pick up the arrows that are already out on the field without the risk
so you were
going
doing
out there.
that. So your focus was actually out on the field, and then you see this, and you panic for a second, but you blink and she's gone.
I'll reach into my pocket.
Inside your pocket
Pull
is
out
a small
whatever
gold
it is.
key.
Oh, this is unexpected. I'll show the key to my recently acquired friends.
Wonderful. Now we have 3.
We have 3.
3 keys.
You did get one.
Mm-hmm. Of course I did.
Yeah, we did it. As a team.
Well, there's a couple more of the games. I think we have to play all of them, and then we'd have enough keys.
You don't need to play all of them.
How many do we need to play?
Just need 3.
We just need 3?
That was
Alright,
out of
then
character.
Do we just want to
know?
look for the door and see if we have enough keys?
That would be smart.
Yeah.
If you want to
Can I
play,
do a history check to see if I remember how many keys we need?
And shouldn't it just stay on the
Sure.
paper?
You didn't say.
I don't think the
It
paper
did
said.
not say. Complete the games and find the key. Unlock the door and you will see.
That's a 13.
Does not say how many keys you need. But with a 13, I'll say you look around the party, you have 3 keys and 5 people. Something about that doesn't feel right.
Hey, I got a sinking little suspicion. What if we
Right.
all need a key?
Oh, well then,
So we just need
we'll
2
play
more.
until we all have one.
Yeah, I have to win at least one of these games. At least one of them.
Alright, what's left?
From what you can see, there's ring toss, a pie eating contest, mystic darts, as well as some sort of, I'll say this. There's a couple other things going on that aren't readily available in like this, because this is kind of like, you know when you go to a carnival and then there's like the row of like mini games and stuff, like that's basically where you are. But you do know there's a bunch of like stalls and other things in the festival that are kind of deeper into the town as well that you have not seen. You could try and win at the last 3 games. There's snail racing, ring toss, and pie eating, which you haven't done.
We could try our hand at ring toss.
Yeah, why not? Let's give it a shot.
Alright.
Alright. You wander over to the other tent. It's very close to the apple bobbing tent, actually, as you all line up for it. There's some half-elfin gentleman. He kind of has like dark hair and is kind of just like leaning kind of against like one of the stall kind of like benches, just kind of like almost looking a little bit bored as he's wearing this like raven kind of like bird like mask with a long beak. And he kind
This isn't my friend Jack Black, is it?
It's not.
Damn.
He used to be quite young. He kind of looks over. He's like, you guys gonna try a ring toss?
Yeah.
Good luck. Nobody's won yet today. And you see he pulls out this giant bucket of rings and puts it on the table in front of all of you.
Alright. A town of adventurers, and yet no one has managed to sink the ring on the proper... Okay. That's not worrying at all.
Okay, I had an idea.
What's your idea?
Okay, so what if we just take the bucket and we just throw it on top of all of them? We have to get it.
I'm not sure that's how the game works.
All right, then let me hear. Hey, Mister with the crow mask. Do you mind if we all get a bucket separately and then I could use this bucket right now and do that, and that's my turn and my attempt, and they get their attempt, right?
Listen. I gave up on sorting the rings. They're all yours. What if you can put a ring around one of these things, I'll give you the prize. Honestly, I'm so tired.
I'll take 3 rings.
However you do it, just make up your own rules.
You're that bored, huh?
Ripley will pick up the entire thing and just chuck it on.
Nice.
Alright, go ahead. What roll would you like to make with this?
Because I do athletics,
Yeah, I'll let you roll athletics.
If that, athletics makes sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how heavy this thing is. I could
Wait,
throw
let
it.
me grab one. Can I snag at least one ring?
Yeah,
before-
you snag a handful of rings. Like it's a tub like of at least like 200 rings. Like it's a
Okay.
bunch of small metal rings.
I'm just gonna pick it up and then like the way that the football team does to their coach with the Gatorade bucket, I'm just gonna just chuck all of them on.
Okay, go ahead, make me an athletics check.
I
For
don't know if that's gonna
chucking.
do it.
Holly,
I have a funny way- Yeah.
Holly and Felix, how are you throwing? What are you doing?
$25.
Oh,
Nice.
fuck.
Holly, what are you doing?
I will take, first I'm going to take a seed of just sort of like a, kind of a bramble thorn, and just kind of flick it so it's, just lands on the table, right?
With all the milk bottles?
The bottles, yeah.
Alright.
And then before I throw it, I'm gonna give a little smooch. Grow up nice and big for me, all right? Just straight up and like kind of back towards me. And then I'm gonna try to see if I can land. Actually, could I just take multiple seeds and throw them and just do the same little smooch on all of them and then just like do kind of a toss?
Yeah.
I want to see if any of them land inside of them.
Alright. Go ahead, roll me Druidcraft.
Okay. 15.
Alright, pretty good. Yeah, you managed to land them. With a 15, you notice as you toss, like a handful of these bramble seeds, you toss them, not one of them lands inside. They all kind of land in between the bottles. Not one of them lands inside a bottle with a 15.
Okay. I'll do my second part after we find out what happened to Ripley's attempt.
Well, Rypley, you go and you chuck this entire box, like entire bucket of rings onto it, and you just hear this loud crash as all of the rings just kind of clatter all over the ground. And you glance over. Did you throw the bucket with them, or was it just the rings? Or are you still holding onto the bucket?
I tried to hold on to the bucket.
Alright, but the 25, I'll let you hold on to the bucket, alright? I'm not gonna make you throw it out.
His fingers are dug into the bucket like this.
You're holding onto the bucket for dear fucking life.
Yeah.
And you look over, you look at all the rings in the bottles, the rings that are allowed just scattered all over the place. You see one of them teetering around one of the edges of it, just kind of like in like this little circle. And it's so close, like out of all of them, one of them you see is just teetering there. Teetering back and forth. Almost like it refuses to go around the nozzle of the bottle. What do you do? Rypley? You're staring at this little thing, almost like it almost feels like it's teasing you.
Hey, wait a second, Carney man. So you say there's no rules at all, right?
Yeah, whatever. Just don't cross the bench. Because this
Alright,
is like
cool.
staff area.
Okay, can is there like a little table or like a guard in front of like where all the bottles are?
I mean, yeah, there's like a little like bench which he put the bucket on top originally, and he's sitting on like one of the other sides. So like it's a big square with like a pyramid of bottles inside,
Okay.
like in the middle, and he's like on one of the other sides.
Okay, this is gonna sound really stupid, but this is this is what he does. Ripley will just, as not really a purposeful intent to break the table, but will just fully punch down on it, and I want to make an intimidation check onto
Yeah, do it!
on the ring.
Do it! Roll intimidation! Yeah, fuck yeah!
This is gonna go nowhere.
You say that, and you're getting a nat 20.
17.
You see the ring kind of stops in midair. And sinks. Around the bottle.
Oh shit! Alright, I don't even have to do anything. Alright, nice.
Ripley just fucking screams.
You see the kid looks up, and he kind of looks at the bottle. Holy shit, how did you do that?
He has his hand in his ear, fucking screaming. It's like shaking Ramsey, like, yeah, fuck yeah, I did it.
You did it. You did it. I'm so proud. Oh my god.
Good job, bud.
Fuck you in your face, you stinking bottle. I'm
That's
fucking pointing at it like
so aggressive.
he's pointing at it like an aggressive fucking soccer dad.
Ramsey has a newfound appreciation for Rypley.
You see the kid kind of walks over and kind of taps himself down. He kind of well, you won. This game was definitely fucking rigged. So, good job, I guess. And you see...
No, you say that genuinely.
Definitely. Like, listen, I didn't set it up. I was just told to run it. Even I can't put one of them on, so I know, like, it's definitely rigged. I mean, like, you see he picks up a little ring and, like, starts just, like, to place it on one of the bottles, and you see almost like when you try to put two magnets together, but they, like, push each other away. It's kind of like what looks like it's happening. So whatever your friend did there, that was really fucking impressive. Alright, good job. You see he hands you a small, like, black velvet pouch.
What is inside?
Inside, there appears to be, like, a small deck of, like, very, like, cards, but they're very, very, very small. Like itty bitty cards, but they look like a small deck of cards.
Nice.
And the kid kind of just looks at you a little bit bewildered.
Well?
Fucking Felix is standing there holding like 5 rings, like, ah, shit.
Well, that was fun. Pie eating?
Yeah, let's do some of that.
I'm sure you've
Ollie.
got this, Holly.
There's other things. If you don't want to do pie eating, you guys can head back into the town. There's multiple ways to get these keys, but anyway, it's fine.
No, I don't.
Determined.
I'm not.
There's also snail racing.
That legitimately sounds that sounds fun.
It does sound fun.
Do we get to ride the snails? Asking for a friend.
No, you don't get to ride the snails, but there's something with the snail racing that is quite fun. As you guys walk towards the snail racing, I'm assuming, are you guys heading there, or do you want to say something first? Sorry.
No. Holly just seems very dejected at this point. Yeah, let's try a bit of snail racing.
Well, you're very encouraging. I'm sure you'll do great at that.
Mm-hmm.
Unless the snail racing.
As you guys turn and head towards snail racing, you all head towards snail racing, and Rypley, you are like a step behind the rest of your gang as you go to follow, and you feel a small tug at the back of your pants. Just like at the back of your pant. Just a little tug.
Sorry, I'll look.
No, it's okay.
Turn around and look towards wherever that.
You see, looking down, there's a small child, a girl with red hair. Her hair's now falling out of the braid that it was originally held on it, you could tell, and wearing a little navy blue mask, and she looks up at you. And she goes, I know who you are.
There.
And then you see, she kind of like blinks a little bit, and she goes, "You dropped this!" And she just like hands you a little key, and this like blinks, like her eyes like blink a little bit. And she just hands you the key. She goes, "Sorry."
There is so much. Rypley almost his hand hearing those terrifying words. His hand opens up and nearly. Sorry, he opens his hand nearly to strike at her before realizing that whatever she said immediately gets dropped.
And you see the voice sounds different as well, which is odd. Like it sounded different. You're not sure what, but the child's voice speaks up and she hands you the key and she's, "Have a good time!" And she runs off. You can return back to the party.
Yeah.
You make your way to
Before-
stale racing. Sorry.
Before we actually start that, I want to talk to everyone.
Oh, chill.
Yeah. So is anyone else seeing that weird little kid around?
Yeah,
Wait.
you mean the one that delivered all the keys?
Yes,
Delivered
yeah.
my key.
Holly,
Yeah,
you
I've
have
seen
not-
that kid.
Holly,
I've seen
you-
that kid. Mm-hmm.
Holly, no,
Holly.
That
Yeah, that's the winner
the
kid.
key person.
Holly, can you make me a perception check?
Okay. Let's do perception. That's okay.
I feel really bad. We had 3 different events that could have been Holly's big day.
None of them.
Hey, luck of the
Hey, it's
roll,
okay.
honestly.
Honestly,
It's fine.
all of
It's
us.
it's just what happens.
All right, that's a.
Sorry, continue. What are you saying? So Rypley.
Say a bit about.
there's something up with that kid, and I know kids can be weird sometimes, but
Well, what's up with the child? What did you notice?
well, okay, this
You seem
stays
spooked.
this stays between all of us. But like, I'm kind of being hunted by a group of people, and she said she knew who I was.
Are you in danger? Do you need to leave town?
I don't. Listen, I was about to kill that kid, and then she snapped out of it and gave me the key.
Okay, so as Ripley is saying this, you'll notice I don't know how high Ripley's passive perception is, but
15.
if Ripley's looking directly at Felix, do you think he would notice the eyes shift from purple to gray?
Probably.
If you're not
All right.
hiding it.
He doesn't actively know what's happening, so he's not hiding it. But basically, as it seems like he's worried about your safety, his eyes turn back to a warm gray.
There's this is directed to everyone, not just the people that have keys. But there's just keep an ear out for.
Holly, as they're talking about this kid, you haven't seen her, but your eyes kind of drift a little bit past Rypley. And you see standing maybe about 70 or so feet behind your group, just staring, is this girl. Her hair, red hair, is now falling kind of in front of her face in like chunks and strands, wearing that navy blue cat mask. And she's just looking and staring and looking directly at you, Holly. Just staring at you.
Oh, she must
And
be.
you hear...
Could I?
And,
Oh.
and Holly, as you make eye contact with her for a second, the sound of your friends talking amongst each other kind of hollows out to a point where you can barely even hear anything at all. Almost like the entire garden just goes quiet for a moment. And then you blink, and the sound comes back to you, and you kind of look back to their conversation, missing the last couple phrases that your friends said, but you think you saw the girl. And you glance back and she's gone.
Hey, was the girl the one with like a little cat mask?
It's the girl.
Great.
Yes.
Okay, I saw her, which means it's my turn to win. She must be like looking out for me. All right. So I'm guaranteed to win this one.
I think we should keep an eye out. If you're actively being hunted and the child was... You said they were staring at you? Holly?
Yeah, they were just like right over there, and then everything got like a bit quiet and whatnot, and then I blinked, and then they're gone. You know, normal child things.
Please, you do not choose.
When you do win, if she's just keep an ear out for whatever, if she says something weird, because that was not really what I was expecting or wanting to hear, that someone knows who I am.
Felix looks deep in thought for a moment, and then he gets like a relieved look on his face for a second, and then it goes back to being sympathetic towards Rypley.
Ramsey is
And-
going to extend a hand to Rypley. We will keep you safe. That is a promise.
Before we move on, there's one thing that I do want to quickly do. One last thing.
Go ahead.
Oh, what?
I mean, no one can tell from underneath the mask, but Ripley will close his eyes and focus, and the body paint on his arms and chest glows slightly as I would like to perform Divine Sense.
What? Oh, that senses faith in undead within. What's the radius?
Hold on, I have it on my sheet. Where is it? Let me put it into the chat. It is-
Oh, good and evil, until your
Yep.
next turn. Within 60 feet, and look at any celestial feet in undead. Okay, that
I
changes
just
it.
want to do a full.
Faith unit undead is
360
100.
alignment.
Goddammit.
I just
Do I
want to do a
count as
full
undead?
360 around my body.
No.
Or I just want to walk, just walk and do a quick 360.
You immediately pick up amongst your group. All of the group people around you are good in nature, from what you can tell. No one is evil. The people performing on stage as well. Though you do pick up a slight tinge of undeath when it comes to when you kind of glance over at Felix, but you don't take too much mind to it. Thank you. Love you, Ben. You don't give it too much mind in the moment.
He does the Michael Myers head tilt and then doesn't think about it.
Yeah. Then you kind of glance around the area. You pick up a couple of fiend things and then kind of focus in and realize they're just tieflings. And you have this sort of sense that you can't pinpoint it, but within the radius of your party, there's this intense... I think the closest thing would be is this intense celestial-like presence that just kind of surrounds your party like a weird fog as you focus in on it. But you can't identify where it is located exactly. But it does seem to be, I'll say it's clustered a little bit more back towards the city and away from the games. But it's hard to pinpoint exactly where it's located from. But it's just there.
I'm also gonna drop the full description, because it does say I can know the type, if that's possible.
The type of what?
Faithing, celestial, that whatever it. What? It says that I know the type.
It's a celestial presence, but you can't pinpoint it. That's it.
Wait, does that mean that Rypley would also know what I am?
He does know, because you're funny. He does pick up that there's a tinge, it almost like in Felix's soul, there's a tinge of undead or undying with him, but he is alive. You look at that soul, and that's the soul of, like, it kind of glows with that sort of beating heart of someone who's alive. So you kind of think for a moment and then pay it no mind.
Let's keep going.
All right.
Yeah,
Heading towards snail
alright.
racing?
Yeah.
Alrighty. You head towards snail racing. Out front is kind of like a dwarven gentleman who's wearing kind of like a wizard's pointy hat and like covered with like the stars and a blue kind of like wizard cloak. He has kind of like a whitish beard already that's kind of braided with different sort of colorful beads. As he kind of smiles. And he's like, "Oh, well done," and then kind of ushers the kids along as he hands out the prizes and whatnot. And then kind of walks over, picks up these snails are the size of cats, as he picks one up and cradles it in his arm and kind of scratches it on its head a little bit and then places it back at the front. Where you realize almost like, there's almost like these little stalls. Almost like, at the beginning of, like, horse races, when, like, all the horses are lined up in stalls, that kind of thing. You see five snails, as the dwarf begins to put them back in their stalls and give them little scratches on the heads.
Okay. Could I cast a spell real quick?
Yeah.
I want to cast Speak with Animals.
Awesome.
And I want to go up and start trying to talk to the snails.
There you go up. And the dwarf kind of looks at you and he goes, "Oh, welcome. Are you here for some snail racing?"
Yeah, I am. I just wanted to like check out, the snails available. I wanted to see because I want to find one that feels right to bet on. You know?
I understand completely.
Yeah.
Well, there's 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Choose who you like.
Hi there, little ones. And Holly will like bend down and like put her hands on her, like on her knees. Hi there. How y'all doing? Hi.
You see the snails kind of look up at you. They're like big eyeballs on like their eye stalks to look up and kind of turn towards you. Like mostly they're like they're very black, almost like little boba balls. I guess is the closest thing I can think of. Like they're very black as they kind of stick and they kind of blink and then look at you. And then one of them kind of goes, "Hi, you're very sweet."
Oh, of course. Can I do an insight check? Which one looks the most mentally unstable?
Oh, okay, great. Yeah, go for it. Yeah, definitely.
This is part of the plan, all right? This is important, all right? It's important. I need an insight check with snails.
It's very important.
11, okay. So,
I honestly think it might be number 2, who doesn't talk to you first. It kind of is like looking around a little bit, looks a little bit unsure. Like snail number 2 is like a little bit weird. He's not making eye contact to you, but he does kind of go, "Hey."
Hi there. Are you okay? You seem a bit out of it right now.
I've been poked by so many kids today. I need my personal space.
I
They
get
don't
it. Hey,
understand that.
yeah, and then
Children are sticky. Their hands are all sticky.
and they're
my shells.
scary. Yeah, I
they're
can
so
imagine. I
big.
can imagine. Hey, so would you say you fear those kids the most?
Yeah.
All right. Once the race starts, I want you to start thinking about it. All right?
What?
Trust me on this. I believe in you. We got this together. And then I will reach out a hand for a handshake with the snail.
The snail kind of looks at you a little confused, and then like an eye stalk kind of comes down into your hand for a little handshake. Just like an eye stalk in your hand.
Oh, you might want to... Yeah, don't worry about the little dirt on your eye now. All right, just trust me when the time... trust me when the time comes.
It's nice and dewy.
Yeah.
It's not sticky.
Someone finally gets it.
Yeah.
All right, so just trust me when everything happens, all right?
All right, I trust you.
All right, cool, good.
Okay. So you are teamed up with snail number 2. The rest of you, which snail do you want? Pick a number between 1 and 5.
I'll go with my
5.
5. Felix at 5.
4.
Number 1.
Ripley's at 4. Ramsey's at number 1. Quinn, you're number 3. All good?
That's okay. I was gonna pick that anyways.
Awesome! It works out
Nice.
perfectly.
Can I try speaking primordial to the snail?
Sure.
Does it understand?
What do you say?
All right, listen. You're gonna do great. Don't worry about it.
Hold on, I gotta roll a fucking d20.
Does it know primordial?
I don't know. I'm gonna find out.
It looks terrified.
The snail looks up at you and just slowly blinks. You're
I'll
unsure
take
what
that
that
as a
means,
yes.
but that's what you got.
I'll take that as a yes.
All right. Anybody else want to pep up their snail?
Oh, I want to give him a piece of the mushroom.
Oh, okay. The snail
gonna
does
eat the-
take it. Takes a little chomp out of it. Munches a little bit. It's a mushroom. The snail's eating a mushroom.
I would.
If I speak
Love it.
Draconic to the snail, can I give it the fright effect?
Sure, you want roll intimidation on the snail.
Let's go.
We're intimidating the snails now.
Well, actually, hold on. I maybe not yet. Okay, it's fine. I'll let you reroll because I just realized something. All right, as you guys sit with your snails,
I have a thing.
you see the dwarf kind of go sit and kind of finds like it's almost like a little chair at the side of like the race, which is honestly only about like maybe 10 feet at most, like probably only like 8 feet. Like it's a very small racetrack. These are some snails. And the guy kind of sits, the dwarf kind of sits there. He's, well, I don't think I've met any of you yet. Are you you from around here, Crosstown? Kind of looks at all of you a little bit confused.
He from the guild?
He does not appear to be from the guild, but you would probably recognize, like, specifically the beard, as he's one of the owners of the general shop. So whenever you went out for maybe groceries or something, you might have seen him.
Oh hey, you from the general store?
Ah, I do. So yes, yeah, Loban, Loban, it's good to meet you all. It's been a long day. Night. Time's a little silly when the sun doesn't rise, isn't that right? Alright, anyway. So, rules are, be nice to your snails. They've been through a lot. And you know what? These snails work really well off positive reinforcement, and other, ways. Basically, the first person to get their snail across the finish line wins, and you win the prize. Alright, sound good?
I want to speak one more time to the snail.
Alright,
and
what
give
do you
him a
say?
bit more. Listen, in primordial, just because I feel like that's the best thing.
Sure.
Listen, if you come in first, I'll give you this entire thing. And I'll give him a bigger piece.
So
Snail
what number?
takes it, but it just blinks at you.
What number was everyone's snail?
4.
2.
5.
Number 1.
You're 3.
You were number 3.
Yes, I'm aware I was number 3. I just wasn't sure who was 4 and 5. Because I'm sorry to the two of you, but I'd like to cast Sleep, trying to get both their snails within range.
Alrighty. So, as Loban goes, alright, races, go! Yeah, you can cast Sleep, I guess. Go ahead, roll your dice on that.
Oh, could I have...
Alright, am I able to feature connect to the
Yeah, go ahead,
now?
roll an intimidation check. You roll your dice, and everybody else, I would like you to roll animal handling checks, please.
Actually, I have one
only
more
a
thing.
Holly, you can roll with advantage.
There's something specific I want to do.
Alright, never mind.
Yes.
I want to, before I leave, I want to do Druidcraft a little bit of wet moss that I will put, like, on the back of the shell, of the snail. And then I want to set that with a timer to go off when I want it to. Is that possible?
Sure,
To
yeah.
just grow with, like, a cantrip level.
Yeah,
That's all that matters. Alright, cool.
alright.
Alright,
My
This-
thing,
I'm ready.
if I'm
I'm
So
ready.
I'll
Ready to go.
let you roll with initiative because you actually were able to speak to the snail, and followed the rules.
I have my fun little thing, and it might be a
Alright.
little bit silly.
What do you want
But
to
if
do,
I
Ramsey?
may. I'd like to take rope and my steel mirror, and I want to give my, a rear view mirror. That's what I want to give the snail.
Okay, give the snail. Go ahead, make me an intelligence check to see if that works out.
I really hope it does. Thank you. I didn't have a strategy. It's just I thought it'd be the cutest thing I could do, and I only got a 7.
It's a little wonky, and it doesn't quite work the way you were planning, but go ahead and roll me an animal handling check as well, because you need to.
Thank you. I will.
So it's 21 for the sleep dice.
Alright. 4 and 5, that was Rypley and Felix, right?
Mhm.
Alright. Oh.
I mean, Holly's definitely gonna win now.
You see, here's how it basically works. This is so sad. Basically, you, Rypley, as you tell your snail to go in Primordial, I'm assuming, the snail doesn't know what the fuck to do. It does not speak Primordial, looks over to you, and then back at Quinn before you see it, it just sort of tips and falls on its side and passes out, almost like the tractor tipping, in cars, I guess, is the first thing that came to mind. And Felix, you look over at yours and you try to intimidate by speaking Draconic. What do you say in Draconic?
Alright, I basically just tell it what it's supposed to do. So it's only saying, okay, gotta get to that side of the ring.
You see terror in this snail's eyes. Terror so much that it just freezes up in place and falls over. Ramsey, you tell your snail to go, and it starts lugging along, but the mirror is off balancing it, and it begins to teeter as it makes it about half a foot before it stumbles and just falls over. Quinn, I still need you to make an animal handling check, but at this rate, Holly, your snail is in the lead, and they're at a moderate pace at best.
This is what I want to do. I'll scream out to the snail, "Snail, just go forward. Trust me. There's kids behind you." And then I want to, specifically, in this order, because I told it to trust me, I'm going to cast blindness and deafness, focusing on deafness. All right? Second thing I'm doing is I'm going to make sure that the moss grows so it touches it, so it feels the wet fingers. And then, because it's deaf, it can no longer hear the crowd and is left alone with its thoughts. So I'm going to leave this scared, mentally unstable snail so it thinks specifically that there are children chasing it from behind, so it will run from its biggest fear.
I need you to roll me... I'll let you roll intimidation if you want. Or I'll let you roll plus Druidcraft.
I'll do Druidcraft. I'm doing Druidcraft
roll.
My intimidation is both plus 0, so...
Yeah, okay.
You're shitting me. I haven't rolled above an 8.
I did roll a natural 1, though. You see the snail. Like, honestly, Quinn, your snail begins to catch up, and it almost you watch as all of the snails have fallen over except for these two. And Quinn, your snail almost begins to pass Holly before Holly screams that, and you see the spell is cast, and the snail kind of zones out for a moment, and you see its eyes kind of glance around quickly, seeing that your snail is passing it. And then you see the moss begin to grow over the snail's back, and you just see, almost like the snail grows legs, it just begins to fucking shoot towards the end, engulfed in fear and nothing else, as it is making this odd, like, burbling, yowling noise as it just fucking pulls ass to the end. Holly's in first place and Quinn's in second, and nobody else fucking places because all of you. I'm sorry.
As soon as my snail falls out, as soon as Rypley's snail falls over, like fucking Neville and Goblet of Fire. Oh my god, I killed my snail!
No. I would like to go over and help Rypley get the snail up. I do not need to traumatize this boy.
You gotta pick him up and put it back on its, like, standing.
And it falls back over.
Okay, so speaking of the other languages, would we have noticed the other characters speaking that, or?
Yeah, I mean, roll an intelligence check to see if you can identify what languages your friends were speaking.
Definitely.
Well, I know what language I would speak.
Does anybody else on the team speak Draconic or Primordial, first of all? If you speak that language, you would recognize it immediately.
I got a 17.
Okay.
I'm speaking snail.
Listen, I was
come on.
too busy putting half the field to sleep.
You've never heard that language before. Or maybe you're too caught up in the fact that your snail just fucking had a heart attack and died.
I like that thought more than I like that this character doesn't know languages.
Yeah, you're just a little caught up in the moment. You didn't quite hear what Rypley was saying. And Ramsey, you pick up Felix is speaking Draconic and Rypley was speaking Primordial. Languages you've maybe heard once or twice before, but you didn't actually get what they were saying, but you kind of recognize the tongue. You didn't know.
Just for personal curiosity, would my sleep have worked on both the snails had the one not had a heart attack? Okay, cool.
Yeah, no, it is asleep. It's not actually dead.
Okay. See, I missed that, I thought the snail
Both of the snails
genuinely had a
are
heart attack
fast
because of the
asleep, and
intimidation.
as you go over to like pick up your snail, you hear it just like like it's obviously sleeping. It's like and you see the dwarf just gotta go, well, that was unexpected. Good job, pumpkin girl. Congratulations, I guess.
I did it anyway, and I gotta go run over the snail because I'll drop the deafen, and then I want to get in front of the snail and talk to it real quick.
You see it's breathing heavily.
Hey! I'm sorry I did that to you, but I want you to look right now of what you're doing. Hey, goat man, could you pass that mirror that made your thing fall over real quick?
After Ramsey finishes helping Rypley, he goes to get the mirror and the rope and gives the mirror to Holly.
Thank you. And Holly is going to open it up and show the fact that most of the snail's shell is now covered in moss. So you remember that like nice feeling you had before when you touched my hand? And how you didn't like it because it was like the nice like kind of wet feeling instead of the sticky whatever?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to pet the snail on the moss, which should have just as you pet it, it makes it so like that same feeling of my like mossy kind of dirt hand transfers to the shell whenever it's pet. That ain't so bad, right?
The snail's eyes kind of close, and it's like the eye socket's kind of lull to one side as you pet it.
See, that's much better. Now you don't see. And now you got over your fear. You don't got to worry about them knowing little kids anymore with their sticky fingers.
I've seen the devil today. Nothing can stop me now.
I believe in you. You're gonna do great.
It's gonna become a lich.
And then I'm gonna, as I leave, I'll tap and druidcraft it one more time. So then, a little mushrooms start to grow and sprout from the now moss-covered shell.
Aw, easy enough, yeah. Well, you've won. You see, Loban kind of walks over, and the dwarf kind of walks over, and he kind of walks over to you, and he hands you, almost like a small keychain, but it's got the snail at the end of it. He's like, well, it's like a wooden snail charm. He kind of hands it to you. Well, congrats. Have a good day, guys. This was certainly fun.
Thanks. And then I want to say in Dwarvish, before he goes, thanks for the fun race. Take care of your snails for me, and make sure that one with the moss gets some good therapy. Please. And I know snail therapists are kind of hard to come by, but
I'll see to it.
Thank you.
My wife is very good with the animals, so she'll take care of him.
Thank you very much.
He responds in Dwarvish, by the way. Just you have a good day in Dwarvish, and kind of turns back.
And Holly will immediately turn back and comment, "Eat shit, all of you! Oh my god, I did it!
You did wonderful, Holly.
I did it!"
I am proud.
Oh wait, give me a second, and I'll druidcraft the little wooden snail charm I have. So then, there's a bit of moss on it, and it looks just like this snail that won the competition.
Oh, very good.
Ripley is still kneeling in front of the snail that he believes is dead.
It's like
that only lasts 1 minute,
yeah,
or if they like take damage, shaken, or
it slowly begins to, both of them begin to stir at this point. It wake up, its eyes kind of blink as it kind of rights itself a little bit. It looks fine. It wakes up. The snail just had a little bit of a nap.
Ripley, it's okay. Are you crying?
No, did he just die and come back to life?
No.
No, it did the small death in between the normal death.
It's a different kind of death.
Would I have been able to tell that was a sleep spell?
Yeah, the spells the snails were asleep. You were able to tell.
I mean, it was kind of weird. You did hear a couple chords played on the guitar right before they passed out.
Yeah, Quinn's standing there with the guitar out, even though it wasn't out before.
Just
You
while
know
everyone
that,
was talking to
right?
their snails, Quinn was just grabbing his guitar from the case.
Well, do you want to check out the town? I think we've played all the games we could play here.
Yeah, I'm good.
Do
Yeah.
you have a key yet?
No, but I'm sure some. How'd you guys get your keys?
I suppose I've
The child with the cat mask.
brought us alone.
All right. Okay. Yeah, give me 5 seconds.
Well, we could walk ahead if that would make you feel better.
Holly is full sprinting into the crowd.
Oh, don't go too far.
You
Oh,
full
no.
sprint into the crowd. Yeah, so you head back into the town. The smell of, like, festival foods, like mini donuts and fried, like that fried sort of chicken kind of, like, smells, and lots of sweets, like caramels and chocolates, as you kind of head into, like, this food area. It smells delicious as you just fucking brute force your way into the crowd. I'm assuming everybody's following behind Holly. Yeah. But Holly, as you brute force your way into it, you kind of, go ahead and roll me a perception check, actually. I'll say perception or investigation, this is up to you. I just realized my music stopped a while ago.
Investigation, or what was the other one?
Perception.
I'm gonna go with perception. 14.
14. Glancing around, you don't see that girl. She doesn't reappear for you. And as you're looking around trying to find her so you can get your keys so you can find this door or whatever that was, you kind of, your back kind of bumps into someone and you turn around and you see it's the gesture boy from earlier. And he kind of stops and goes, looks down at you and he kind of goes, "Oh, sorry. Didn't see you there.
Oh, you're fine.
How's your adventuring going?"
Good. I'm looking for that girl who's giving out the keys to people. I need mine because I won my game.
Who?
Yeah, do you know? Well, you know, like it's like the small one with like the little mask of a cat.
I've seen a lot of children tonight. I've yet to see a cat. I mean, I did see one young boy dressed as a black cat. He had the tail and everything. Were you seeing him or,
Yeah, sure. Let's go with that. All right. Have a good one. By the way, if you know, we were like doing a thing where like we're trying to find the where to put the keys and whatnot. You know where that is, right? Could you give us at least like a little guide or something? Because yeah, this is like one of my first times in the city. I don't really know where anything is.
You know, it's just a riddle, right? There's no actual, like, keys.
Yeah, sure there is. You're funny. You're funny, stranger.
If you have a token from each of the games, you can head over to the games counter and he kind of points over to like a stall kind of like heading a little ways east from here. It's just down there by the toy store. Like it's
Yeah, but then then we'd have to waste all 5 things that we won in order to get like a little sticky hand.
But you have to prove that you won. You need to prove that you get to keep it.
Oh, sick! I can get a little sticky hand. All right. I'll do that in a bit. I gotta run.
Okay. Have fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna go keep playing the game. Haha.
All right.
Holly totally thinks that guy's just it's part of the game. And I'm just gonna
he seems
keep going.
genuinely confused.
I think
That's
Ramsey's at the front looking for Holly.
Yeah, I'll say at this point, you guys can kind of approach as Holly. You finish this conversation. You all see the gesture, as well. He kind of begins to turn away.
Holly, did you get your key yet?
No, I didn't get that. I instead met Clown Boy. You know. So
Those who
it's-
want to look at Clown Boy, can you make a perception check for me?
Sure.
Still looking
Yeah,
for
I can
that
do that for
still
you.
looking for a little tack though, because I can't find her nowhere.
It's gonna be a 15.
17.
All right. Anybody else want to look at the Clown Boy? Okay. Very good.
Cool. 23.
18.
Something Holly
Nice.
something Holly didn't realize is that's not the same guy that gave you the tickets. The guy gave you the tickets had like bright red hair, like it was like fire red, like fire truck red. Like it was very red. But this one, his hair is reddish, but it also seems to be almost brown, like a brownish red. And his eyes are like kind of like a dull like brown color. When the boy from before had like these bright, like almost like silvery colored eyes.
You're a
behind the
different
mask.
boy than before.
What?
You're different from the boy that gave us the little riddle slips.
No, that was me. I remember you guys. You were out in front of the inn, right?
Do you change your hair? Wearing contacts?
No.
Could have sworn it was a different shade of red and that your eyes were silver.
Are we being?
No.
are we
You got
being-
okay. You see, he begins to get a little uncomfortable and kind of takes a step back.
Okay, Felix is immediately on edge and is stepping towards Ripley.
You see the jester taking a step back from you guys. He's like, if you guys want to go get your prizes, it's just over by the toy shop.
You can go now.
Turn. He's leaving. He's fucking leaving. He's fucking confused. Poor kid. Anyway.
We should go.
I haven't got my key yet though.
Okay, if somebody is altering their fate, that could have mean that it was. I don't know. He says it was the same guy, but I could have sworn he was different.
Are we being
You also
gaslit?
would realize he does not have bells tied to his shoes. As he walks away, that jingle is gone.
There's no bells.
Yeah.
I don't like this.
Oh, that's a bit
Before
strange.
how far away is he?
At this point, like
That's
maybe
one-
like 20 or so feet. Like you're having a conversation.
I'm gonna. For the sake of everyone, I'm gonna run. I'm gonna dash towards him and give him a big sniff to make sure that he's the same person.
You sniff.
Can I do?
Yeah, go ahead. Roll perception.
I almost hit performance.
That's not what you need to roll.
That's up.
21.
Oh, right, sniff. Yeah, 21. It smells similar. This is the same body, but something about its essence is different. Like, the person you met before was only... It's not the same. He's not the same person.
I'm doing divine sense again.
Alright, you divine sense. I'll say this. As you divine sense, do you go back to the party before you divine sense, or...?
No.
Okay. Divine sense.
Yeah, I'm
Nothing.
making sure this person doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah, he's got to look. He's like, hey man, I don't know what you need, okay? Just chill. And you divine sense. Fine. He's good. He's good-natured. Human. Nothing odd about him.
If you could see underneath his... If you could see Rukmi's eyes, there's a hard squint.
And that's when all of you at the same time hear a little ring. Like a jingle. Farther away, down like an alleyway.
If it's 60, I still have divine sense up.
You pick up that celestial sense. Pinged further down. It technically would be behind cover, but you ping its general direction. Towards the ringing.
Ripley will very hard gesture for everyone to come with them.
Yeah, I'll follow. I trust
Ramsey
this man.
follows.
Let's go.
You navigate your way squeezing down this little alleyway between two buildings. One that appears to be some sort of tailor's shop, and the other, the tavern you were staying at earlier. As you squeeze down this alleyway, it's only maybe about like 5 foot, so you guys have to go in single file. as you squeeze in, and you guys turn a quick corner, heading kind of almost behind that tailor's shop. Kind of glancing around as, like, trying to figure out where this sense is. And the energy completely cuts off. Ripley, how long does it stay up?
It just says for my next action.
Okay, so it would be, your sense would be gone at this point. So never mind. But you would see, as you guys turn that corner, Holly, I'll say for the sake of it, you're trailing at the back.
Yeah, until the end of my next turn. So
yeah,
no idea
so
what that
it's only
means.
6
Out
seconds.
of
So it
combat.
does, yeah, that's 6 seconds, so it would be gone by now. But Holly, at the end of it, as you see your friends kind of turn the corner, you feel your boot kind of snag on the stone for a second. And you look down at the ground in the stone. And you see a small key on the ground. But it is covered in blood.
I'll pick it up like with 2 fingers, just like holding it, and then I'm gonna like dangle it in front of me. Is there a clear source of the blood, or is it just blood only on the key?
It just seems like as you pick up the key, it almost seems like the key itself, the blood is dripping from the key.
Fun. Hey guys, I got a little predicament, and then I'll round the corner.
With the bloody key. As you round the
No.
corner and everybody's attention quickly turns, Holly, you're holding out this key, and you all look and Holly has the key! There's no blood.
Hey, are y'all seeing this? It's
Holly-
kind of weird.
Holly, you look down, the key's fine. It's clean.
Sorry, the key was bleeding, you know?
Oh.
That's
I mean,
strange.
keys don't bleed normally.
Yeah, but like there was like blood forming, and it was like as it went down and dripped, you know?
Sorry, I also forgot. I meant to, but I can't. I forgot to say earlier when I was talking about that kid, and just now while I got you guys into that alley, I felt something very celestial. It's
Oh.
Celestials not supposed to harm mortals?
That's
not the shtick?
I mean, I think it is, but I won't put past one of them to go big.
You think
I mean-
one's going rogue?
Immortality does things to people.
Aren't they supposed to be good-natured, though?
Ramsey equips his shield.
not every.
Are these people that are after you again?
They're my family, for the most part.
Okay, so... family, but not safe.
So there's been a lot that has happened to me in my childhood, and makes sense why people are after me, but not many of them are magic and celestially inclined, despite what my brother is claiming. Jaeger is telling him they're not. This isn't something he has power over.
I see. Definitely don't know who these people are, but you sound passionate about it. If the people that are chasing you are not magic inclined, then it's probably safe to assume they are alright. But I am curious about this.
I'd like to make it-
Celestials messing with mortals. And
Caleb,
he'll
I'd like to
begin
make it-
walking down the alley.
Oh.
Yes.
Ramsey rolled a 7 for history.
History. You've heard Ripley talk about Jaeger once before. You still have no idea who the fuck that is.
Thank you.
I'm not familiar. But yeah, you guys keep navigating down the alleyway, squeezing together. The alleyway almost seems to be getting thinner and thinner and thinner until you guys almost feel like you're shoulder to shoulder with each other as you're shuffling down this very skinny alleyway. But then you see at the very end of this alleyway is this large red door. The hinges are this shiny gold texture as they kind of curl up the sides and around and all the way down. And where you normally would see a doorknob, there is nothing. But there are 5 gold locks. And as you glance at it, you hear the sound of a door closing. And then you hear just the quiet giggle of a small girl.
Is this safe?
Yeah.
I will go.
Oh, wouldn't be my first time. And Felix will put the key into the lock.
You pop your...
As Felix is putting the key into the lock, Ramsey's got his sword out.
You put your key into the lock. You place it in there, it slips in perfectly. Fits. And you see the key almost begins to turn on its own. And you hear like a click, click, click. And then it stops. One key has been placed.
Well, or
May not
you're not going to do the
be
same.
It may not be safe, but this is whatever celestial being is doing this, or whatever is happening, it's for the best interest of that we, for the sake of this town and all the people that are in there, that we figure this out. And Ripley will put his key in.
Yeah.
You slip your key in, and you hear it turn and click. Second key has been placed.
I'll be honest, I don't really understand what's going on anymore. I'm just kind of trying to enjoy it. But you know, this seems kind of fun. You know, it's like spooky. It's like a little adventure. I say this is good. You know. And then Holly will, because we're still in a very thin alleyway. Holly will.
There's enough where you could squeeze past each other, but you're very
Okay.
close together.
Holly was gonna squeeze underneath them and like shimmy between the legs.
Yeah, you can do that if you
That's
want. Yeah.
Okay. Holly will just like fucking on hands and knees, just kind of make her way through, and then take her key and just put it in the lock, and then immediately, as soon as that happens, very quickly up on her hands and knees again, just little like squirms along the floor and just immediately jumps back to the back of the line.
As you insert your key, it slips in, and then the key begins to rotate on its own, and you hear that sort of click, and then the silence comes back. 3 keys have been placed.
I made a promise. I will see this through. For you, Ripley. Ramsey, with his shield arm, reaches out for the key and places it in the lock.
The key slips into the lock, and the lock begins to turn on its own until you hear a click. It stops. 4 keys have been placed.
Hold up. I'm gonna take my stick out again, transform it into a short bow, because I'm playing kind of a bit back. You know, actually, I'm gonna keep it in a blowgun form,
Alright.
and just prep. I'll prep a pumpkin seed.
Alright.
Just kind of ready myself.
Alright.
One left.
Quinn?
I will guitar at the ready, put my key in and turn it.
Quinn, as you put your key into the lock, it takes it and begins to turn on its own. And as it reaches its final position, and you hear the final click, the door begins to push open, and you see this faint white mist begin to flow out of it. And there's a second where you look at it and you're not too sure what's behind the doors. It only looks like this like bright white light that you see. And then you feel this sucking feeling happening around your face, against your skin, pulling it tight almost to the point where it becomes suffocating and hard to breathe. As all of you, one by one, are sucked into the portal, almost like a vacuum, pulling you in, unable to fight your way free. You feel yourselves grasping up at your throats, trying to grab air as you are pushed out into a room with a thick wooden floor. You guys cough and gasp for air, finally being able to breathe after being almost like this strange vortex without oxygen for a few seconds. But something's stiff. Something's not right. And if you reach up and gently touch the sides of your mask, they're fused to your face.
Oh.
The couple
no.
of you, well, the three of you who have their mouths covered, you can feel your masks and it is sealed in place, unmoving.
So, wait. Do I count as one of those, despite the fact I have a mouth?
Yes. I mean, basically what I'm saying is your masks are suctioned to your face and they will not come off. So your pumpkin head is not coming off. So you can slip things into the mouth if you need.
I can eat through that. I'm fine. I can live like this.
Ramsey can't.
Ramsey can't. Neither could Rypley. It's fine. You'll figure it out. As you guys kind of take it to focus, realizing what has happened and that your masks are now immovable objects, you glance around the room, and the room is so odd. It is a large square with this thick, sort of dark brown wooden floor. The walls are covered in this sort of like very uncomfortable pink floral wallpaper, almost like it's your grandmother's house. And it's very odd. And you look out in front of you and there's a large balcony about 10 feet up with no poles or banisters holding it up. It just appears to be 10 feet out away from the wall and 10 feet up. And as you guys look up at that banister, you see the top of a doorway on the other side. And you hear the sound of boots slowly walking on the wood of the balcony up there.
Are the steps coming towards us?
They're kind of pacing back and forth.
Hey, okay, quick question. Can anyone else get their, mask off? Like, at all?
Ramsey shakes his head.
Okay. Alright, glad I'm not alone in that, at least.
Oh, footsteps.
You hear,
hello?
as you begin to speak, the footsteps kind of stop for a moment and listen, almost like someone's listening to you.
Is someone there? Hello?
You never call out to the person. We don't know where we are. That's stranger danger. You never talk to a stranger. Alright? Do we gotta have this conversation right fucking now? Alright. We're having a long talk after this about the dangers of strangers, alright?
Sorry, I forgot I was human.
You hear the footsteps step a little bit forward, and you see peering over the edge of a balcony is this very beautiful woman. Her hair is well done, curled and goes down past her shoulders a little bit in these very loose red curls. She's wearing a mask that is half gold and half navy blue. And her eyes are a bright silver as she looks down at you. She's wearing gloves that are like these navy blue and gold sparkling opera gloves that kind of go up past her elbow, and she's almost wearing like a gown from what you could see. And she looks down and she's just like, well. I knew you guys would be interesting.
Sorry, team.
Thank you.
I gave away
Glad
our
we could be
position.
of service. Oh, come
Welcome
on.
to my home.
So, why are we here? Just out of curiosity.
Because when I saw you five wander into town, I thought, you would be fun to mess with. And I was right. Your curiosity and expressions really were quite interesting.
I thought we were normal.
Really cracked me up.
Glad we could entertain. Is this it? Is this all that you needed?
Did we get our 50 gold now?
Oh,
I think that was the other thing.
Oh, do you want 50 gold? Is that all you want?
I mean, no. I mean, that's what we were promised as like a first reward, you know. But I
If
mean,
that's not the case, then
if we have to choose,
That's
you know.
such a mortal reward, don't you think?
Sorry, I'm mortal.
You see, she rolls her eyes. You see, do you know who you're talking to?
I'm guessing that you're the Celestial that's been following us around.
I guess so.
Sorry, I'm not great with names, and I don't know the Celestial Pantheon, so I can't say I know. Feel free to introduce yourself, though.
They
No need
call
to be shy.
me many things.
Hi there,
Alright,
many things. It's a
That's what
pleasure.
you-
It's a pleasure to meet you. My name's Holly.
You can
Well,
call
will not
me...
be the first. Will not be the first weird day we've got on the bench. We have somebody named Ram.
Oh,
No, that's Goatman.
interesting. No, that is not my... You are a very funny troop. I'll give you that. That was a good joke. That was very good, Holly. That was... Oh, you got me there.
What?
No, believe me.
What's the? Yeah, I got you.
I suppose the name is not many things.
Ah, clever.
Shocker.
People call me many things, you know.
Is that what you want to be called?
Destiny, Lady Luck, but you guys can call me Fate.
Fate.
Wait.
Uh-oh.
I checked Minecraft and Panic.
Yeah, Jake Minecraft.
No, you didn't do this.
I did do
I
this,
can't
Jake
believe it.
Minecraft. You see, she kind of leans back, and kind of like her elbows are on the banister, like her chin propped up under her gloved hand. So she kind of looks down at all of you. Why don't you make your way up here? I'll meet you at the end of the tunnel, huh? I'm curious to see what kind of decisions a adventuring troop would make in my domain.
Strong to call us that. We're just a bunch of randos that decided to play a carnival game together. That's literally it.
Yeah, I don't.
I feel like you're expecting a little bit much. Just
But
a
isn't
thought.
it an
So-
adventure?
So many things. I got a question. So we just need to get up there to where you are right now.
Yeah. And
Then we
make,
can do
your,
that.
and make your way through the door. And past
All right,
the
Holly.
other doors.
All right, everyone, stand close
until you
together. Come
all
on.
get to the end.
All
Is
right,
that
stand
easy
close
enough?
together. Yeah,
Alright.
hey, come here, come here. No. Hey, Ramsey, come here. No, stand a bit closer. Yeah, right there. Perfect.
Yes.
All right, is everyone ready?
Sure.
Before you can cast the spell, Holly, Fate kind of looks at you. She smiles and she goes, "Oh, before I forget," she kind of rubs her hands together, and drops over the edge of the balcony 50 gold. So each of you can add 10 gold to your inventory. That should satisfy you, right? Toodaloo! And she backs away, and you hear a door close.
We met fate itself. And we get 10 gold for it. I don't know how to feel about this.
And a wild-ass adventure road, which we'll come back to next Sunday at 6:30 Pacific Standard Time. Good night.
Good night.
No, I'm kidding.
Oh my
Should
God,
we do a raid?
Quinn.
Let's do a raid.
Yeah.
So, Jegg, are you happy with
Did you lie to me?
What do you
Are you
mean? Did I
excited
lie
with
to
the
you?
consequences of your actions?
I thought that Tony was talking to Caleb, but apparently Tony was talking to Fade, who is a lady, which is not Caleb.
I mean,
and-
hey, they're not just a lady.
Okay, gender fluid. You're so valid, and I love them.
I also love them quite a lot. It doesn't look like somebody to raid tonight, so we'll end it here. But yeah, no, if it wasn't already fucking
Wait, no,
obvious.
the bell. Wait, no, the bell. There was a bell in my jar. There's a bell in my thing.
In your what?
In my
yes.
thing.
Yes.
You planned this.
I literally yes. I've had fate planned as a force of nature for campaign 2 for quite some time, and Tony just wanted to talk to the wild magic god, made me go, hey, this will be fun foreshadowing. Like
I'm so happy right now. Oh my god.
You did this. All right. Anyway, it's fine.